Woodward Sports, let's go!
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Woodward Sports Network, let's go!
And good morning to you. Welcome to the Morning Woodward Show, live on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. Thank you for waking up with us on this stormy, rainy Thursday here in downtown Birmingham. That's where our studios are, right off Woodward. My name is Stick. I am back from a couple days off, and the only reason I came back today, one reason and one reason only. You know what that is?
Celebration, baby.
It's Corey's birthday!
It's the gift that keeps on giving.
And I forgot what I was going to give you, Corey. It's at my house. I got something for you.
Oh, God.
That only you would appreciate.
All right, something wrestling. What'd you get?
You're right. It is something wrestling.
Wow.
Yep. So I literally, it's sitting on my coffee table. I forgot it this morning.
Look at that smile.
Cool.
Look at that smile.
But, yeah, no, I think you'll appreciate it. I was going through, like, all my old baseball cards that were in my garage and stuff.
I'm curious to see what the hell this is.
And I found some WWF cards from back in the day. And I figure, you know who'd appreciate these? Corey Woods would appreciate these.
Hey,
So-
don't lie. Before you gifted these to
I
him,
looked them up.
You looked up the price.
I would have done the exact same thing.
A lot of these cards, you're like, who the hell is this? But it's worth $1.6 million.
Yeah, dude, I found a Tony Hawk rookie card.
Worth?
One guy's selling one on eBay for $25K. The lowest one I saw is going for like $2,000. So I gotta get this thing graded immediately. It was from a Sports Illustrated Kids magazine. I don't know if you guys used to get those when you were kids.
Yeah.
But they used to send like cards out with all these different random athletes on it, and like you'd have to cut them up and stuff. But I found a Tony Hawk one when I was going through all my stuff, and I was like, oh my god!
I got banned from West Bloomfield Library for a week because I used to go there and I used to take the baseball cards, and they had a big note on there: "Do not take cards." And I used to rip them all.
You were that asshole that always solved all the highlights too,
Yep.
like circled all of them. So when you were in the doctor's office trying to go through, Joey Namath has already been here. Well, good to be back, man. Corey, happy birthday. Everybody, make sure you wish happy birthday to Corey in the chat, no matter where you're watching, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch. We got Joey up here today. Jeff is back doing social media. Jeff, congratulations and great job filling in the last couple days, man.
That's a clap.
Everybody very proud of you. Good job, Jeff.
I don't know if people actually liked his talent as far as a sports broadcaster or if it was his looks.
It was both.
Yeah.
It was both.
The hair was getting a lot of
But
comments. The hair.
I am still laughing over the Jeff's hair would have swept the Lakers. That was still the best comment of them all.
The number one pick for the Pistons should be my hair, arguably.
Yeah, that's the win.
Somebody get Weaver on the phone and let him know. We got Alex making sure we look good in producer land. And Fish, my favorite Fish. I missed you so much. Out of everybody here, Fish, I missed you the most. Because, you know, I didn't get let's have the best day ever when I was on vacation.
Well, you didn't need it because you woke up and knew you were going to have the best day.
That's right. But now that we're here, let's do it. Let's talk some sports. So excited. Lots of stuff happened over the course of the last 6 days. But something that popped up pretty much yesterday and has been the talk of the town. Kyle Shanahan was in Cabo the same time Sean McVay was in Cabo with Matthew Stafford closing that deal to bring Matthew Stafford to the Rams. And if you haven't heard kind of his take on it, here's a little clip of his audio.
Yeah, he's better than I've realized. I mean, he was the man, and he's actually underrated to me. So I know how good of a guy he got. I know how good he is at play action. I know how smart he is. Not only does he just have a big arm, but he's got touch, and he knows where to go with the ball. So I was trying to get involved in it. Someone who had knowledge on this situation. I remember us talking to Condon, to everyone to find out when it was happening. And I remember Saturday I was so stressed out. And finally, we talked to someone. It was like 7 at night. And they're like, no, nothing's happening at the earliest till tomorrow. So you can finish your night. So I'm like, all right, I'm done. Put my phone down, talk to Mandy. I'm like, all right, let's go out to dinner. Let's have some drinks. A half an hour later, my buddy calls me. He's like, I'm just telling you, if you want Stafford, you need to get a hold of him right now.
Yep.
And I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, no, we just talked to people. Like, I can sleep on this. We'll talk to him tomorrow. I'm just telling you, you need to talk to him right now. and I knew it. And then like 10 minutes later, it was all over.
It
wasn't fun.
Hey, if it makes you feel any better, it came together faster than I thought too, Kyle. So.
Well, the fact I was in Cabo, man, like I would have been
eerie.
there and I would have made it really awkward on you two to enjoy it. You would have had to tell me to leave.
Sean, what was your reaction when on I guess it was Halloween week a couple of years ago, it comes out?
So that was just a little bit of insight in Kyle Shanahan feeling like he lost out on the bell of the ball. And, you know, Stafford is what Stafford is, and I love that Hair Bear M on YouTube right now commented this. What are these coaches seeing in Stafford that we didn't see in 12 years?
That is really what I'm trying to see right now with the whole love fest that is going on for Stafford. First off, if Matthew Stafford were truly on Kyle Shanahan's radar, this is not something that I would have said on the podcast that I know is going to be aired because it looks like he fell asleep with the job. He talked about that he got intel that the Stafford trade was not going to happen until the next day. Okay, even if that were so, why aren't you kicking and turning the wheels to make sure you go ahead and get this guy now? I would have never let it out that I slept on the job, basically, and did not get Stafford. Especially, let's say if you have 49ers fans out there who are not that sold on Trey Lance. How do you think they feel hearing this? Another thing for Kyle Shanahan, he really should be coaching for his job. If you want to say he's a good coach, fine. Okay, have at it. He did guide the 49ers to a Super Bowl. But if you look at the totality of his coaching career there, he's had 3 out of 4 losing seasons while being there. So if you look at that, he's really in a win now mode, in my opinion, if I were a GM or an owner. So I would have definitely not want to hear him talking about that. I waited until I thought I had enough time and waited till the next day to try to get Stafford second. Man, that intel about this Stafford trade that happens tomorrow, I would not talk to that guy again or listen to whoever that was. I'm curious to see who he heard that from because he definitely got sold a bag of beans. But to the point of we put up on the YouTube comment, what are they seeing with this guy? I don't get this. He's better than what I thought he is. He has not even taken a snap yet in a Rams uniform. Who knows what he's going to look like there? I just don't get it. But I do understand why they would want to get him. For the 49ers, they 2 of the past 3 years, they ranked 30th in interceptions. In the past 2 seasons, they've had both of their quarterbacks between Jimmy Garoppolo and Nick Mullins. They were both 8th for consecutive years in interceptions thrown. Stafford was right behind Nick Mullins last year with 10 interceptions, the most pick sixes last year. So do you really want to mortgage your future for a 33-year-old quarterback who hasn't proven anything? I think, honestly, with the way the 49ers played this out, they're good. They got a young quarterback who they can groom, Trey Lance. It has a big arm. He's a playmaker. I just am kind of lost on the whole Stafford love fest.
The thing I love most about this is how this would have changed the entire NFL draft.
Oh, my God.
I mean, it would have changed it up entirely. And then the next best thing is, who do the Lions play in week 1?
The 49ers.
Shanahan. And it's like, I don't understand, like, the McVay coming out initially and saying that's your quarterback. You have to say that. But now another coach that was supposedly, allegedly seeking him out, that shows a lot as far as what these coaches see in him. That, I mean, we saw it, but not to the capacity that they're all saying.
Well, to Corey's point, you got 2 quarterbacks on the roster right now that you're supposed to be building up. That you're supposed to, even if it's not Jimmy G, hey, Jimmy G, at least the first part of this next season, all use to prove yourself and, to show that this is still your job. Trey Lance, your job is to steal this job. But I didn't want any of you motherfuckers on the team anyways. Like, that's literally the message that he's sending right now. So if I'm Kyle Shanahan, I'm shutting up. I'm saying, listen, yeah, we thought about going after Stafford, but you know what? I got the guy I wanted in the draft. I'm confident in what we're doing moving forward. Not, yeah, I was in Cabo too, and I couldn't get to the hotel in time. That just makes you look like you're just stupid, essentially.
Yeah.
Like, you're flat out stupid. You were in the area where the dude was with his family on vacation, and you literally let another coach come in and steal your girl.
How do you wait until the next day just because somebody told you if a deal is happening, it's not going to happen to the next day? Shouldn't you want to jump ahead of the Los Angeles Rams and get the Lions on the phone and say, hey, what is it going to take to get Stafford here?
Right.
It doesn't sound like he had a sense of urgency. So again, if you want to call him a good coach, great. I'm not gonna knock that. This is my personal opinion. But I do not think that if I'm a 49ers fan, if I'm a 49ers loyalist, and I know that we could have immediately upgraded the quarterback position right now, I would not want to hear my head coach come out and say this.
And this trade went down on January 31st. 6 months later, he's still thinking and talking about
right.
this. 6 months later, like, you do not do that. You got a new quarterback in there. Jimmy G, like, you don't do that as a coach.
You think he's got buyer's remorse for Trey Lance now? Because, like, if you were happy with everything that you got in the draft, and you've already seen him in OTAs, you've seen him in some mini camps, like, the comment should be, I'm actually glad that didn't work out because the guy that we got in the draft is going to be a future star. Like, I don't understand, to your point, 6 months down the road, still crying about something you couldn't close in Cancun. And if you can't close in Cancun, you can't close anywhere, baby.
It's like me being engaged, getting married next month, and saying, damn, I'm so pissed that I couldn't close this chick back in January.
Right.
Man.
I mean, I'm sure you couldn't. But
yeah, but I mean, that's beyond the point. It's beyond the point. You shouldn't say that anymore.
This is, to me, one of those things where a guy is just talking way too much. He just put himself now under a microscope, really, if you ask me. I wouldn't have said it.
No, he shouldn't have said it, first of all. And then second of all, to get back to the original point, he's like, oh, I've watched more tape on this guy, and actually, he's better than I thought. And it's like, well, wait a minute. The guy's been in the league 12 years. What's on tape is what's on tape.
Yeah.
If you're going back, there's a handful of select years where, yeah, he was elite. He was great. But the other years, just average at best. So I don't know. And here's Stafford is the man. I studied hard coming out of college. You always played against him, so you know how good he is. But to know he might be available and to spend 2 weeks really watching him, Sean, yeah, he's better than I realized. He was the man, and he's actually underrated to me. That's a bold-ass statement because, if anything, Stafford is overrated if we go by numbers, right? And accomplishments. I mean, he does put up the stats, but the wins. We play to win the game. So, Stafford is not a winner.
Question, I just want to ask both of you guys, what do you guys think of, well, I'm pretty sure I think we all know that George Kittle's great.
Yes.
But what do you guys think about Deebo Samuel?
Potential to be great.
Okay. Because
Brandon Ayuk, potential.
Because I mean, the 49ers, they have some targets, but nothing to me to write home about outside of Kittle. You know, Samuel's pretty good, but outside of that, it's hit or miss. So they still may have had some struggles by mortgaging any type of future to get Stafford over there. I still think it would have been a win. Now, I'm not trying to sit up here and say that Shanahan really should be on the hot seat, but he's under a microscope because they haven't been winning. This would have been his quarterback chance, and he looked like he fell asleep on the wheel.
Yeah. I love Adam's comment. He could say whatever the hell he wants. It was on a podcast with his buddies. Yeah, that's press now. That's media. It's the same thing as sitting in front of people asking you questions. Anytime you put your word out there to the media, it's going to be it's the same exact thing as a press conference. Same thing.
We analyze everything in media now. What you post on your Instagram stories, what you tweet, what you said to the guy at the Coney Island, or
what's in the background of your Zoom. Like, come on.
Everything is scrutinized today, so he should have definitely known better that you're going to say those comments, not just on a podcast, but on a podcast with your division rival coach.
Right.
Come on, that it's going to get talked about, and he's going to get scrutinized.
You saw it when Calvin Johnson was in here. Yeah. Like, he talked about something that was on a podcast, on a live show, and it became national news because it was just a comment. It wasn't the whole crux of the whole interview. That was a 30-minute interview, and 30 seconds of it went viral. So no matter if it's a podcast, no matter if it's a voicemail that you're leaving, whatever, if you're putting it out there in recorded form, it's going to be talked about, period.
Now, let me just play devil's advocate. And this is not what I really think. I'm just going to play devil's advocate, throw this out there. What if he's just trying to gas up Sean McVay to kind of be like, yeah, you guys got it, while he's secretly thinking, you guys, I got Trey Lance. You efforts really don't know what you're up for.
I hope that's the play, but to me it's just like, I was in Cancun too, and I couldn't smash. Like, that's what it was. I just couldn't get the girl with you. So We're going to find out when the season happens, and we're, what, less than 70 days away from NFL football. Get ready, boys. And the way to get ready, pick yourself up a bottle of 8 Mile. You can do it at any Meijer store. Joey was out this weekend partying. I saw you with Dwayne Casey.
Yup.
And I'm sure you were explaining to all of them at that party why they should have 8 Mile there.
Yes.
So make sure you go get it. It's local, born in Detroit, just like us here at Woodward Sports. Pick it up at Meijer. 8 Mile Vodka.
I'm looking to bring on another HVAC tech right now.
We are recruiting 5 to 10 techs a month.
We're looking to grow and expand. Every new tech we hire is from Northwestern Tech.
The hands-on training is fantastic.
They're always my first call.
We love hiring Northwestern Tech grads.
They come out trained and ready to work.
Our program is only 10.5 months, and our next classes are starting soon. So why wait?
I'm looking to hire
a graduate of Northwestern Tech. Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show, live on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. Got your chance to qualify to be in the finals for Kick for Crypto coming up at 9 a.m., so make sure you continue watching for your chance to win there. And then big game happening tonight in the NBA Finals Game 2. But before we get into breaking down the game and talking about the individual parts, the question that Joey posed yesterday, how long until the Pistons are competing for just an Eastern Conference title? And that means, obviously, we got the #1 overall pick this year. You're hoping that the building blocks that we set in place this year can continue to grow. But you look at a team like the Suns, 3 years ago, they have like 20 wins. Last year, they improved in the bubble. This year, looking like they're going to win an NBA championship. Yeah. So that was 2 years removed. How far away do you think the Pistons are?
I think the Pistons are at least 3 to 4 years away, honestly, from competing for Eastern Conference championship. But let's look at, we talked about the Suns, and we know, of course, the Bucks, they're in the finals too as well. But let's really just look at what happened with both of those teams. The Suns, marvelous job. You cannot, give them enough credit for making it to the finals. But if we're being real, this NBA season has been pretty weird, and it's been due to the injuries. The fastest turnaround time for any professional sports league from ending one season to going back to the next season. All the games were closer together. We saw a lot of injuries, and the Suns were the survival were the last one standing. I think if this were a normal NBA season, we would have not seen that many injuries, which means we may not have even seen the Suns in the finals, because if the Suns had to go up against a healthy Lakers team, I think the healthy Lakers team would have won. If they had to go against a healthy Nuggets, I think a healthy Nuggets would have beat them. A healthy Clippers would have beat them. It's not a knock on the Suns, it's just how they got there. Same thing with the Bucks. If the Bucks had a healthy team, if the Nets had a healthy team, they would have knocked the Bucks out. So to the point, I think that looking at the Suns or the Bucks as examples of how soon they can get to that mark, not really good. But we're still in year one of the Troy Weaver restoration project, and I think what he does in free agency this year and what he does with the #1 pick, that's going to tell how far along that this restoration project starts. I'm thinking like by next year, fans should expect them to be somewhere between 11th, 12th, because right now they were dead last in the East. And to start next year, hopefully they'll, their ceiling will be, with this roster, unless Troy Weaver makes some significant moves, ceiling should be a play-in game for the NBA playoffs, but their basement should be, 11th or 12th. I think we're about 3 to 4 years away, and it's going to take some significant pieces and some significant trades over the next couple of years to make that happen.
Yeah, well, that's what propelled the Suns. Like bringing in a Crowder and bringing in, Chris Paul really just took them from good to great. Yeah. And you need those pieces, like you were saying. Joey, how far away do you think the Pistons are?
To Corey's point, he mentioned 11th, 12th for next season. I truthfully think that, outside of 6 right now, when you look at the Heat, it's a whole bunch of 500s or even below 500s for that 7th, 8th seed in the Eastern Conference for the NBA. So this whole topic honestly stemmed from a conversation I had with Coach Casey over the weekend, because after talking to him and seeing the development that he's seeing with Killian Hayes, who everybody was thinking was a bad pick, he's proven otherwise, saying, dude, when you see the guy the way that this guy's been working out and the way that he's been learning since that injury, it's been something that fans aren't going to be disappointed. And Now you add a Cade or whoever we end up going with this #1 overall pick, which we're obviously anticipating Cade. It's going to change up this team entirely because I feel like Cade could come into the NBA and be an all-star year one.
Yeah, well, that's the cool part about the NBA. There's only 5 guys on the court, right?
Yeah.
They play both ways. So one guy is 20% of your team, and if you can bring in that starter to immediately impact the team, especially the transcendent version of Cade Cunningham that everybody says that he's going to be, you team him up with Killian Hayes, you got Saddiq Bey, Olympian Saddiq Bey, and then, of course, Isaiah Stewart and Jeremy Grant. Like, that is a solid starting 5 for the NBA.
It's definitely a solid starting 5, and I believe that, to Joey's point, you know, after you look at number 6, it's really kind of hit or miss of where you want to be able to rank teams, if you want to say that. I believe the Pistons have a chance to definitely get better because we saw Saddiq Bey and Isaiah Stewart really in the season strong. Hence, they were on the all NBA rookie teams, first and second team. And then you saw the emergence of, I won't say emergence, I'll say the improvement of Killian Hayes towards the end of the year. And, you know, Jeremy Grant balled all season long. I think that in the East, they do have a chance to get to the playoffs. So they can get in the playoffs in the next couple of seasons. But if we're talking about Eastern Conference Championship.
Title, yep, the title.
That Eastern Conference title, they're a good 4 years away. It's still more work to be done, but here's the great thing about it. If Troy Weaver continues the same trajectory that he had from last year in his vision of building the Pistons and carries it over through the draft, drafting Cade, making smart moves in the free agency again, he could accelerate it, but I think fans need to just go ahead and keep it at 4 years.
Yeah, listen, I'm inspired by the Suns and what they did, and obviously we kind of got a different version of what we need to do for the Suns because Devin Booker's been in the league, what, 5-6 years? Yeah. You know, so he was an established player at that time. We're literally trying to build around first and second year players, and it will take some time, but I think 2-3 years we should be at least in the title game in the Eastern Conference. They're 2-3 years.
It's just scary when you look at the super teams, man. Like that's the biggest fear I have. I mean, you look at.
I think those are coming to an end, though. I think we saw that this year. That super teams are no more, and that number ones are going to want to go be number ones and surround themselves with supporting players. No longer bow down to be a number 2 or a 3.
I think the main thing we saw this year is that one thing I love that we saw this playoffs is like the mid-range is back. This is kind of off subject. The mid-range is back.
It's great.
The big man, little man combo, that's back as we're seeing right now with CP3 and DeAndre Ayton. But to your point about the big threes, the big twos, I won't say that it's dead, but I will say that these playoffs have shown that, hey, you do not have to necessarily mortgage your team's future or give up so much to get those 2 players and be competitive. As long as you have one great guy and surround them with quality premier talent, you can at least contend for a title.
I mean, you're reading all the comments, too.
Yeah.
Pistons are going to make some noise this year. You saw Ant saying, you saw a couple other people saying just how underrated that the Pistons are and that, you know, people are sleeping on the Pistons right now, which is great. That's where we want to be.
They definitely have a chance. I'm just not one of those guys that just want to jump off and be like, oh, we're going to the playoffs. I just want to make sure we keep the expectations realistic because if, let's say they do just go ahead and shock everybody and make a 7th or an 8th seed, that's great. What that means is that Troy Weaver scouting was great. That means that Saddiq Bey, Killian Hayes, Isaiah Stewart, Jeremy Grant, if they get Cade Cunningham, that means that everything is working together. So if that happens, perfect. I believe that there is the potential for it to happen because NBA is kind of different than, you know, NFL. I guess you could say it doesn't really take that much to get a turnaround and get into the playoffs. You just need those few right pieces to gel and mesh together and they'll get there. But again, just calm down. Let Troy Weaver get this thing going. But I think at least in the next 2 seasons, fans should at least be able to see playoff games at the LCA at bare minimum.
Oh, God, I can't wait for that. I cannot wait for that shit, man. When I watch the NBA Finals, I'm watching the Suns, I'm watching just the Bucks. Even when the Bucks were getting their ass kicked 2 days ago, they had 20,000 fans outside the stadium for an away game. Like, it's just, I want that so badly here in Detroit. Like,
it's never been done. Think about that. At Little Caesars Arena.
No. Oh, God, no. I mean, they haven't even had a winning season. I don't think any team has had a winning season at Little Caesars Arena, let alone a playoff win, let alone a championship run. I can't imagine that down there.
Oh, that's going to be a fun environment, and I mean, that's what we're in right now. We're in that process where Steve Eiserman and Troy Weaver are building that path, you know, just a little roadblock, and we're starting to see the success come back a little bit. That's the best thing.
Yep.
Here's the one thing I will say that could possibly accelerate the process, and I don't want to put too much stock into it, just saying that it's possible. Sadiq Bey and Isaiah Stewart on the select team preparing, helping the U.S. national team prepare for the Olympics. Jeremy Grant is already on that team. Those guys are consistently day in and day out playing against the best talent they've ever played against on a daily basis. So hopefully in those practices, they are learning something, they are picking up skills, and they will be able to translate those skills going on into the next season.
Well, speaking of the Pistons and the next season and just, pushing this ball forward and getting creative, did you guys see what Big Sean put out on social media?
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
If you missed it and you're a creative type and you want to work for the Pistons, here's what Big Sean had to say. Check this out.
Hey, it's Sean Don, and I'm looking for a creative innovation intern to work with me and the Detroit Pistons. We got the #1 draft pick. And I'm looking for someone that's passionate, someone that's about that basketball culture, somebody who knows music and lifestyle marketing. You can put your resume on TikTok right now. And again, I am looking. So if you know anybody, if it's you, come work with me and the Pistons. We got the #1 draft pick. And there's more info in the caption below. All right, and like I said, you could put your resume on TikTok right now. So let's get it.
So there you go. While you're on TikTok, make sure you follow @Woodward Sports, but also the Pistons. And if you're a creative head and want to work with Big Sean and the Pistons, put that resume out there. Like I saw on our Twitter, people tagging, Mr. Design.
Yeah, Mr. Prod Design.
Mr. Prod Design. And, we got some talented people here, too. But tons of talented people in the city, and it's just cool to see Detroit reaching out more of the grassroots stuff that they're doing.
Don't be surprised if I'm out.
Joe, you just
put that application in.
Do you know how to do Photoshop?
Is that what it is? I mean, it says creative innovation intern.
That's what I'm assuming. You have to.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna mean some type of graphic design, Adobe After Effects. So I'm gonna have to do something.
Basically, just think of Justin. You're gonna have to be a Justin.
There you go. Well, they can't have Justin. Justin's ours. They can't have him.
But a type of person like Justin.
Fish,
so
would you leave us for this opportunity, Fish?
I can't do any of that shit sometimes. But if I could...
What do you mean? You do your own Fish Facts graphics.
Yeah, but I didn't make the template.
Okay.
Shh, they don't gotta know that, Fish.
People think...
But I want people to know how awesome Justin is, and I want to know how hard he works.
Justin does work very hard.
So think of a Justin. That's what you're going to need for this job. So you're going to have graphics background. You're going to have to know what you're doing. You're probably going to have to know sports. But yeah, you're just going to have to know all the graphics, Adobe Auditions, or that's audio, but Photoshop, Premiere Pro, Illustrator, and you're going to have to be quick and fast, and you're going to have to know all the keyboard shortcuts. And so yeah.
Listen, what I love about this is obviously it doesn't change the outcome to the Pistons and their record. But what we've seen in this last year with the Pistons as an entire organization has truthfully been such a just shift in the energy that they've been bringing.
The shift is because they needed to get the community to rally behind this team and this whole turnaround project and be able to get more fans invested in this team. So with things they've been doing with this job right here with Big Sean, with you out there, with the Pistons Fit, everything that they're going on right now. Heck, I got on one of the shirts that they dropped off to us, and then they tapped in with Martin. Whoever is there, maybe it's one person, maybe it's the whole team. Somebody, some group of people got the ball rolling right with the Pistons, and you just can't help but applaud their turnaround.
Yeah, wow. But the bottom line is they got to do it on the court.
Yeah.
If we didn't see the growth with the young guys this year, none of this shit would matter, because unless they start winning basketball games in the next 2 to 3 years, I don't care how cool their T-shirts are. Like, I love that part of them, but let's win some games, and then we could go back to ugly-ass T-shirts and winning championships. I'm cool with that. Like, those Hammer Time shirts from back in the day, not very sweet, but you know what? They won championships.
Would you take back the teal and have to wear a jersey every single day on this show with another grown-ass man's name on it if you know that it'll lead to a championship?
I would. I'd take one for the team, man. I would. I would definitely.
You hate those jerseys so much.
What's crazy is I hate them now, but when I was like 20, actually from like 10 years old to like 27 years old, I just rocked nothing but jerseys.
But what did Stick just say? He's going to sacrifice for the greater good because he wants another Jeffersonian moment.
Yes, I'll put anybody's name on my back if they win me a championship.
Yeah.
I like whatever you need, I will do. And also, Joey, we got something cool coming up this weekend. Woodward Adventures is back, our outdoors show.
Man, this is going to be exciting because
Part 2.
Episode 1, Corey first off had to be at church. He was there with the Lord. And this weekend, we are back in action. And let's just say we took it a little easy on that first episode. We showed the setup. We showed all the fun stuff, family-friendly stuff.
You see what Joy just did? He just dry snitched on me. Now I'm not going to be with the Lord this Sunday.
Oh, no, you could, just at a different time.
Yeah, I got to watch it on YouTube.
Well, one of the things you're going to see in the video and our show that we're doing this weekend is Coast products. And make sure you go get your Coast knife. And we're also going to get you a Coast knife or a Coast headlamp once you qualify for that Kick for Crypto coming up at 9 o'clock. I was up north this weekend, and this thing came in handy, like nonstop. Oh, the rope needed to be cut? Cool. Oh, fuse for the fireworks needs to be cut? Cool.
See, but you're extra about it. It's like you get an Amazon package.
Oh, yeah.
Your mom wants to go just open and rip off the tape. No, Mom, hold up.
Oh, dude, I'm excited to get, like, mail now. Like, just junk mail. I'll open that up.
So extra, but I love it.
Make sure you go to coastportland.com. Enter promo code WSN20 if you're looking to get a gift for somebody. It's a perfect gift for the outdoorsy person or just somebody who needs, utility items around. And it's Corey's birthday, so if I was buying one for Corey, I'd get that 20% off today. WSN20, coastportland.com.
Would you like to win a custom-built chopper while helping our veterans at the same time?
Then watch as we turn this bike into a one-of-a-kind classic chopper.
Watch the Call Sam Chopper Shop on our social media channels and get your raffle ticket today at callsam.com/chopper shop.
Good morning, everyone!
Extra, extra, read all about it!
Let's get into Joey's news.
Let's go!
I gotta start this off by sending my condolences to our very own Sean Baligian. Took a rough one. Tampa Bay Lightning going back-to-back, winning the Stanley Cup yet again. Honestly, think about how good of a time it is to just be a Tampa Bay sports fan in general. They get Tom Brady. They get the back-to-back. They get the Super Bowl. It doesn't get any better.
282 days, and they've won 3 championships in Tampa Bay. That is the shortest span to win 3 titles in the 4 major sports. 282 days. 3 championships. How fun would that be?
That's a nice stat. Like, honestly, that might be too much fun.
Yeah.
Like, you start to lose appreciation for
championships. It happened in
championships.
Detroit as well. Did you know that?
In how many days like that?
It was 1935 and 36. We won championship. We won 3 championships.
Oh, yeah. Weren't we called Title Town or something like
that? Yep.
I don't even know about that. It was so damn long ago.
Almost 100 years ago, which is crazy to think about.
Here is the celebration for the Tampa Bay Lightning at the end of the game as the Lightning put away the Canadiens. Game 5 with the 1-0 win.
Lightning strikes twice. The Tampa Bay Lightning win their 2nd straight Stanley Cup.
And at home, it doesn't get any better than that. Legendary performance by Kucherov in his post-game press conference, shirtless, chugging a beer.
Start
like
calling
a
him Joey. Always shirtless.
Joey mixed with Detroit Drew.
There you go.
Joe Smith, the Athletic.
Joe, let's hear it.
Just how would you describe your congratulations? How would you describe your emotions right now after doing what you guys did?
I don't know what to say. Back to back, and I couldn't sleep for 3 nights.
Man, honestly, that would be me if I was in that, especially when you knew you were on the cusp of just first off being a shutout. They ended up getting that last-minute win for the Canadiens the other night, but What an amazing feeling.
I hope somebody drove him home because he does not even look like he know where he's at. He was having a time of his life. I love it, though.
Can we just talk about how these are the world-class athletes? These are the elite. These are the champions of the NHL. And that dude's rocking the dad bod, drinking beer.
Oh,
love it.
Hockey.
Love it.
Like, that's hockey. That's hockey right there.
Right.
History was made by Ohtani. I feel like that's just something that I'm saying every single day.
Daily bit.
Every news update.
Daily, like, honestly, I'm surprised. I'm not even going to talk about his home runs anymore. I'm going to talk if he did not get a home run. He passed Hideki Matsui for the most home runs. Hideki. I said it wrong. I knew it. For the most home runs by a Japanese-born player in a single season. He's at 32 and counting.
I mean, that's fine. But you got to crush everything for white players and Latino players and black players. Like, the dude, he's just a boss.
His past race now, and he's just kicking ass.
Yeah, if he's only sorry.
Oh.
If he's only competing against Matsui and let's see, who else? Ichiro, that's really all he's got on his radar.
Yeah. It's the only ones I can think of.
No, dude's going after Babe Ruth.
Yeah.
He's going after Barry Bonds. He's going after Mark McGwire. Who cares?
And you hear the comparisons on the stats. When you hear Babe Ruth's name, it's like, Babe Ruth? That's a name years back.
Oh, my God. It's just crazy to think of. I haven't heard Babe Ruth's name brought up this much literally since ever.
Never.
Yeah.
Since it was accomplished.
It's been that's a long time, but it's been a minute. It's definitely been a minute.
And the stage is set for the home run derby. And what do you think of this lineup? Of course, Ohtani. He's got to be on it. He is leading the MLB with 32 home runs. And a couple that I wanted to see was the second and third placers right now with Vladimir Guerrero and Fernando Tatis Jr. But still a good lineup right there.
Yeah, I like Gallo. Gallo's been absolutely crushing the ball right now. Dude hit like a 450-foot home run last night. But Ohtani's the show. That's all I came to see. I just want to see Ohtani.
You know who used to date Gallo?
Who?
Our favorite.
Who?
Tatum.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Who did?
Tatum.
Who dated?
Tatum dated Gallo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's a little celebrity drama right there for you.
Good for you, Tatum.
Right. Good for you, Joey Gallo.
Yeah, good for
It's a local legend right there.
Joey, you got to explain who we're talking about.
This is local chick, Tatum. That is just a beautiful young lady. And back in my single days, you know, I tried going after and never succeeded, but Stick was always cheering me on.
Yeah.
Never happened.
One of the smokingest hot girls I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah,
I was
honestly,
rooting for you, buddy.
Literally smokingest, hottest girl.
Yep.
We make up words. That's how hot she is.
Yeah, she changed the game.
She did. And the Detroit Tigers also changing the game. 5-3 win yesterday. And over the Texas Rangers, we won the series 2-1. And now the record honestly doesn't even look so bad. 40-47 on the season. Miggy didn't get a home run, but still got a nice hit here.
The 0-2. Ground ball off the glove of Rodriguez. They don't get Cabrera and everybody's safe. Tigers have the lead 3-2.
Check out the wheels on Cabrera.
Not something you expect. Honestly, I feel like it was the wheels on the defender because that was the slowest movement I've ever seen.
Hey, Stick, just looking at these standings. Right now the Tigers are 40-47 and the Indians are 42-42. What are you feeling?
I'm feeling we're only about 8.5 games out of the wild card spot right now, which is blowing my mind.
Are you trying not to get too excited, or what you really feeling about this?
I'm trying to temper my expectations because, like we've discussed this. Baseball's such a long season. We're gonna have these months, but the Tigers put together back-to-back winning months, which they haven't done, I think, since what, like 08, like 012 or 12. So it's been a long time since we had those back-to-back winning months, and then on top of that, you just look at this young team. It's starting to gel. It's starting to come together. And baseball is such a momentum game.
Yeah.
When the team's hot, they play off each other, and it's exciting, man. And I think we may actually get meaningful baseball games coming up in August, which I did not see coming this year. Like, if we're even sniffing the play-in games or, sniffing the wild card, That's a win of a season.
Are you going to be at any of those play-in game or wild card games if it happens?
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Hey, that'll be around the time Miggy's going for 500, too.
That's the thing. That actually, while I was out, I was starting to think of things that we should do. And we should all start, you know how when like baby's being born, everybody predicts what date it's going to be born and stuff like that. We should get one of those big square sheets and do it around the office and have people watch and guess the exact date that Miggy hits his 500th home run. And then give away like a prize or something for it.
And then he doesn't hit it this season.
I mean, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen.
It's a chance.
But damn, yeah, no, I mean, honestly, as a Tigers fan, it's been exciting these last couple months. You know, to begin the season, it was like, God, Avila needs to go. This whole thing's a train wreck. We tried to rebuild on a rebuild, and it didn't work out. But now we're starting to see some traction. So I'm a results-oriented guy, and results are proving that we're on the right track.
And outside of that Badu excitement, the start to this season was rough.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I want to be at a New York Mets game amid a rain delay. Did you guys see this? They played Ken Griffey Jr.'s N64 sim on the Jumbotron.
No way.
Look how sweet this is right here. It's legendary.
That guy sucks, though.
Yeah. Like, that'd be so fun to just be there playing video games.
And it was the Tigers since 2016, not back-to-back winning months. Thank you.
Woo.
Thank you to our boy Raj.
Still, I mean,
yeah.
Still a long-ass time right there.
Yeah, it's 5 years, man. It's 5 years without back-to-back winning months. That's a long stretch.
I want to get you guys' thoughts on this. The NBA released their 75th anniversary logo for the 2021-2022 season. What do you guys think of this one?
Yeah.
Where's Kobe?
Yeah. That's one thing that I was looking at. I was like, where's Kobe? And I just didn't care for it, really.
This would have been the perfect time, not to completely switch the logo altogether, but hey, for the 75th anniversary, we're coming out with a specialty logo. It's a diamond with Kobe in it.
That would have been great, but just in general, I'm glad we showed this logo because I was thinking about something the other day when watching the NBA Finals. Do you remember back in the 90s, like when each year there would be a different Finals logo and it would have like the year of year up under it? They need to go back to that because I understand, you know, minimalist is a trend right now, but this is just bland. That's not like nothing I would just race me like, ooh, I need that 75th patch or ooh, I need this new shirt with the Finals logo. It's all right.
And lastly, another logo and team name change. The former Detroit Pistons affiliate team, the Grand Rapids Drive, recently announced their partnership now with the Denver Nuggets, and this is their new team name. Still going to be in Grand Rapids, but going to be going by the Grand Rapids Gold.
I'm not mad at that. That's pretty cool. It's all right, you know.
I mean, I get it. You're related to the Nuggets, so you want to be in gold. But gold has nothing to do with West Michigan.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all. You kind of want to, put
tie it to
your
city.
location a little bit. You know, they could have been like the Bridges or the Blue Bridge. What's up, Fish?
I have a feeling they can move soon.
You think they're gonna move soon?
Yeah, only because Denver is their actual NBA team, and Denver to Grand Rapids is not very close. As
it happens,
you probably
though.
can tell by.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to move because if they wanted to move, they would have bid on the Detroit offer and come down here. That's why they stayed in Grand Rapids, because they didn't want to move at all. Like, Grand Rapids is a nice little market to have that type of team.
Especially that team. I mean, they're one of the most profitable G League teams, so they ain't leaving Grand Rapids.
Yeah, it's like a whole thing out there in Grand Rapids. Have you ever been to a Drive game?
I have not.
Okay, yeah, like Grand Rapids with the Griffins and with the Drive, like it's their own little sports community out there. When I was living out there for 3 years, it kind of blew my mind, and that was when not only the Griffins won the Calder Cup, and they had the parade down the street, and it was cool like that, but, also the west side of Michigan with their colleges, because Ferris State was like the #2 Division II basketball school for a while, too. So,
and let's be real, no shots at Detroit, but, I mean, now they get to be the affiliate for the #3 team in the Western Conference standings, so...
Yeah.
That's all right. Better for the player development side.
No, I'm happy for them. Yeah. We know the people, like the people that own it, and Ben Wallace is a part of it. So rooting for Ben Wallace, even though he's now officially a Nugget.
That was the one part. That's the one part where I was like, come on, how are you gonna let that slip, Detroit? And we go on to Jeff for what's trending with Jeff today.
Today on What's Trending with Jeff, we have just 2 videos today. Yesterday was a little quiet. There's no finals on, nothing going on, but These two videos are
except the NHL finals.
Well, yes, the NHL finals is going on.
Except for that.
But like you said, it was quiet.
Yeah, shout out to Sean for that. They lost. And anyway, the first video, Luka Doncic is actually playing for the qualifier for Slovenia. They're trying to get into the tournament with all like USA basketball and stuff like that. They played Lithuania over the weekend. And
it's called the Olympics, Jeff. Don't know if you ever heard of it.
Yeah, the Olympics. That's what I just said. That's what I just said.
A little bit of a big deal.
Yes, the Olympics. Jeremy Grant and all them are playing. And Luka Doncic had this insane pass behind the back. Check this out. This is stuff you're probably going to see more often in the NBA season. This guy is just creative with the basketball. And is it playing? I can't see the screen.
Oh, no. He showed the picture.
Okay, there's only a picture?
There's only a picture. You didn't send a video,
I didn't
Jeff?
send the video. God, okay, well, you should have got the video. The video he threw behind his head. But anyway, go to the second video. This is something we got to do at WSN. This is just hilarious. Competitive arm wrestling. This is probably going to be way better than grappling. I think stick with like this. But look at the environment these guys are in. Just at a random
Is this also
party.
in Russia?
It could be in Russia. You know what? They're built different.
This looks American.
Yeah, they look American.
It's definitely American.
Arm wrestling is my least favorite thing in the world.
Really?
Yeah, I suck at it.
They take this extremely serious.
Are we going to have an over-the-top competition here at Woodward Sports?
Now, this would be a better event to bet on, I think, in my
Let's do
opinion.
the slap contest.
That's
my favorite thing to watch.
That is the best.
It's like freaking like I watch those and I'm like,
Have you ever watched competitive arm wrestling when they snap a dude's arm?
Yeah, the arm breaks are popular. Yeah.
Oh my god,
they do it a
I
lot.
have not seen that.
Oh, dude,
I ain't just shot at my arm.
Oh, these dudes have so much torque, and then you just see it go like snap right in half.
Yeah, it's like what 100 pounds each way going at you, and if someone loses their grip, boop.
They're going full strength. It's bad.
I don't want no Kevin Ware incidents.
I'm pretty decent at arm wrestling, not because I'm strong, because I have long arms and I'm pushing down.
You have to train because these people are like 240 going in their arm wrestling. They're not
they're
like
big boys.
150.
They use their weight to their advantage, that's for sure. Especially the slapping. Those are big men slapping each other. So count me out of that. But yeah, that's what's trending with Jeff.
And what also is trending is Bridge Street Exchange because they got so much to hook you up with, and I want you to take advantage of this 15% coupon that I'm going to hook you up with right now. If you go to bridgestreetexchange.com, fellas, take advantage of this. Use the code word WSN, 15% off your entire order, or go say what up to Kevin inside a Somerset collection. Just look for Bridge Street Exchange and support this local-owned business.
Tony is a third-generation logger that has a simple, practical approach to life and work. That's why his Coast DX342 knife is perfect for him. The stainless steel blade is rust-resistant and made for all-weather use. And the double roll-lock safety ensures that it will never inadvertently close when he doesn't want it to. That's why Coast is trusted tough.
Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show, live on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. Thank you guys for waking up and being a part of the conversation in the chat. I see Adam has been going at it with Stafford and Goff fans. So it's been a fun chat this morning on YouTube and as well on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch.
I just can't wait till that game freaking happens, because I think until that game happens and maybe a couple of weeks after, you know, those two are going to be tied at the hip actually for the next couple of years.
Yeah, well, honestly, Stafford's got 2 years to get the Rams to a Super Bowl. If he doesn't do it, it's a win clearly for the Lions.
Crazy pressure. Like,
period.
The Super Bowl. It ain't playoffs,
a guy who's never won a playoff game has now pressure to win the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Ain't that something?
Yep, because he's better than we thought he was. Joey, what the hell was going on with you and Easy while I was out of town?
Easy's the one that wanted to just... You know, Easy, always just shit talking. Oh, I could beat you in this, I could beat you in that. And over the weekend, Joey Chestnut obviously breaking news by breaking his own record because he's that good. 76 hot dogs in 10 minutes. And obviously we like doing our Coney reviews here, and we love Coney dogs. Easy was like, I could bet you I could beat you in a Coney eating contest. And I was like, first off, we got to do this at American Coney Island because they do this every single year the Thursday before Labor Day, where they do a big-ass Coney eating contest. Just the thought of that is a lot. And I took on this challenge yesterday.
What's up, Fish?
Were you professional when you were doing, like, was it professional rules for the Coney eating challenge?
Yes, we did the professional rules.
Okay, because I just assumed, because you know how the Joey Chestnut the hot dog eating contest. They take the wiener, whoop. They dip the bun in water. I was assuming they do that for the coney and they just squirt mustard.
See,
drink
you don't
chili.
have to do that. It's just you gotta eat the dog and the bun. So whatever you want to do to get those down, you do it.
Because the professionals would probably think it's easier if they're doing a coney review instead of eating it like a proper coney. They'd probably just start drinking the chili and the mustard and the onions and then the dog and the
That'd
bun.
be so disgusting watching some dude smash 10 hot dogs into his face, then drink a gallon of chili.
Before we
That'd be
do
so
this,
gross.
Before we play
I'm
this,
just assuming they would think it's easier.
I want to hear your
I wonder if Joey
predictions
Chestnut's done that.
on what you guys thought and what you think you could eat as well.
Coney dog wise?
Coney dogs. How many coney
From
dogs
American?
do you both think you could eat?
I
10
mean,
minutes.
10 minutes? If I'm pushing myself, I could probably put down 6, 7.
Is this off the devil's lettuce or not?
Yes, always.
Oh, then on if it's on the devil's lettuce, then I mean I could probably do about a good 8, 9.
Okay. Joey, how many do you think you could do before going into this?
I told myself 5 for sure, but 10 I think was attainable.
It's 1 a minute? It's not bad. Okay.
I thought about that. How many do you guys think Easy and I did, and who do you think won?
I think Easy won maybe like 6 to 5.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking.
I'm gonna go Joey 7 to 4.
Okay.
And here it is.
Let's find out.
Woodward Sports live from American Coney Island with my favorite person, Grace. So Joey Chestnut, 76 regular hot dogs
Plain
in
hot
10
dogs.
minutes.
Dipped in water.
Nasty.
I mean, what is that?
Nasty.
Joey Chestnut wants to show us what he's made of. Come downtown to Detroit and join our cone eating contest.
Be a real man, Joey
Well, that's
Chestnut.
what I'm saying. Be a real man. Have a real person's eating contest. I mean, come on. Plain hot dogs dumped in water.
You guys do this every year, actually, the Thursday before Labor Day weekend.
Every year, yes.
You do a coney eating contest.
Our annual coney eating contest, and we do it all for charity. We have celebrity judges. We have Detroit Police and Fire Department. They go to the first heat, then the regular people. Money goes to the charity of the benevolent funds of the Fire Department and the Police Department.
It's
and
amazing.
this year we're bringing in Autism Alliance of Michigan.
So I found the skinniest guy I could find at Woodward Sports. Easy. And he thinks he could eat more than me, so we're gonna do it. We got our conies ready, and we're gonna see who could eat more in 10
And you
minutes.
gotta eat it all.
You
Like
gotta
the
eat it all.
droppings, everything.
Every single thing.
10 minutes.
Let's go.
3, 2, 1. Woodward Sports, let's go.
10 minutes, here we go.
Oh my God!
Good though, right? Yum.
Joey Chestnut, come to Detroit and put a real wiener in your mouth.
What? Not none of this little dip in water.
We dip in chili. Joey's got his wedding tasting tonight too.
I'm still hungry.
How you doing this?
Joey's doing good.
Ooh, really good.
Easy, how are you holding up right now? How are we holding up?
He's scaring me.
Joe is just flying out here.
He's had weeks and weeks and weeks of Coney reviews prepping for this.
You weak, son, you weak. It's probably my favorite thing I've ever done in my life. Battle wounds in Detroit, baby.
Man, this is a lot.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Too easy, baby. Joey better slamming wieners down his throat. Okay.
You did it. The wiener champion of Woodward Sports. 6.5 conies in 10 minutes. Woo! The loser. 4.5. Good effort. He practices every week.
Yay!
The champ's here.
The champ is here.
The champ's here.
I ain't gonna lie, like you guys both saying, I think I could get 8. I think I could get 9 or 10. Like I had the same thought, and then when you're there, like in the beginning, I was pacing like 45 seconds or so a dog. It just gets to you. It
You know,
becomes hard.
you up. You had chili and onions on it.
Yeah.
And mustard.
I can do 2.
2?
Because I'm taking my damn time and enjoying the coney dog. So I can have 2.
I knew you had 7. I knew you had at least 7 in you. It was close.
6.5.
See, what Easy didn't understand going into this contest is we've been training for months.
Yeah.
That's why I bet on Joy. I'm like, I've been waiting all my life for this one.
Right. If we can eat a Motor City coney, you could eat 12 of those American conies, no problem.
And a Flint coney.
Yeah. If we can guzzle down a Flint coney with cat food on it,
Oh, man. Y'all never let Art live that down.
No, we can't. We can't.
No.
It's a cat
I
food.
trusted him.
Not letting the
didn't
whole
look
city
good.
live it down.
But now he's defending it.
Well, he's saying that he took us to the wrong spot. That's what he's saying. We got to go to a different Flint spot.
I told you, all my Flint friends from the hood, they're like, we don't go there. We don't go to that one.
But Joey, how'd you feel after that? Then you had your wedding tasting after that?
That was the best part. Is we're driving down there because we were supposed to do it the day before, but Easy had something, so we couldn't go. So I'm driving down there, and all of a sudden I get the alert on my phone: food tasting tonight, 6 p.m. I'm like, oh shit, this sucks. We got lucky. Food tasting had a power outage.
Oh, nice.
Yes, honestly, like that helped me because I did not think I'd be able to even taste after. I didn't eat all day. I felt fine, but I didn't eat all day.
Well, how many did you get down? 7?
6.5.
6.5 conies.
Yeah, it got to the point where it was just hard taking the wiener down.
Excuse me?
I was going to let it slide.
You know what I mean.
That's
Terry.
not what I do. I don't let shit slide.
You take 2 down, you said.
Yeah, I'm going to enjoy my coney dogs. So I'll let y'all fight it out for first place. I'm just going to eat my 2 coney dogs and move on.
Terry, you should be a part of the Thursday before Labor Day at American Coney Island for the coney eating contest.
Why? So I can just eat my 2 dogs? And
Dude, they literally got guys there that eat 26 of them.
Jeez.
26 in 10 minutes.
So what am I going to do? Just watch it?
Literally.
Be amazed?
Be a special guest MC, something.
When's the last time you seen 26 wieners in someone's mouth?
I had to be in Vegas. I don't know.
The D Casino, the long bar.
Yeah, that was it.
I thought it was
No, they don't do that there. They drink.
I thought he was about to say a Kardashian club, but you know.
You know. Well, Terry is here. It is Thursday, so that means Terry on Thursdays is with us on the Morning Woodward Show. And we're going to get to a ton of topics coming up next that Terry wanted to talk about, plus a little bit of story time. But first, let me tell you about our friends at MyBookie. Adam didn't do his bets today because he is at a golf course right now, probably taking people's money in golf. So if you want, go to MyBookie.com right now, and you can bet on everything. And even the next Woodward Sports hot dog eating contest, we will have up on MyBookie for you. And all you got to do if you want a new account today, make sure you enter promo code Woodward when you sign up, and we will match your first deposit up to 50%. Get in on the action. Make these things a lot more fun. Put a little cash on it at mybookie.com.
Join Woodward Sports in the Art of Combat podcast for the UFC 264 watch party. Imagine Royal Oak, McGregor vs. Poirier 3, Saturday, July 10th at 10 p.m. $25 per person. We'll have drink specials for Proper 12 and Jose Cuervo. Get your tickets now at imagine-entertainment.com.
Man, I am looking forward to that fight on Saturday. Make sure you get your tickets to watch it at Imagine in Royal Oak. Art is going to be hosting the watch party. They got big, comfy seats. There's going to be drink specials. And this is the best part about getting back together with crowds is if a knockout happens in front of those 200 people inside of Imagine, it is going to be pandemonium and chaos.
Now, do people root against Conor McGregor or for him, or they just don't give a damn?
It depends on who you ask.
He's a cocky. He's an ass.
He's a hero and a villain. I think it depends on who you ask. To me, I love him. I love him.
I know. I didn't like that cocky ass
I
dude.
didn't like when he threw that garbage can or whatever through a bus window and stuff like that.
I thought that was shitty.
Yeah.
That was crap. And his little stupid little walk annoys me.
His Vince McMahon.
Yeah, but you know what? He's earned it. He can walk however he wants. He can do whatever he wants. He can say whatever he wants.
He gets his ass kicked now and then.
Yeah, he does. It happens. That's life. And you step back in the ring and you punch again.
That's my thing. You see these little 150-pounders throwing trash cans through buses, and you say, man, that little punk, but you don't say that about him because he could whoop all of our asses.
At once.
That would be hilarious, all of us trying to fight Conor McGregor.
Oh, man.
I just picture like a Bruce Lee video of him just beating the hell out of everybody.
Wait. Easy said he can beat Bruce Lee, so let's just
I know.
Oh, wow. Yeah, don't mess with Easy, man. If he can beat Bruce Lee,
that's what he said.
That means he can fuck all of us.
Are you into UFC?
I watch on. I'm not into it, but I enjoy it.
Okay.
I watch it. If it's on, I'll check it out.
Nice.
But that's the one thing I will never want to do. Not even think about it. Because first of all, you're going to be crazy to walk in there. And then if I see a dude with a washboard stomach, I'm like, done. I'm not fighting this dude.
Hey, man, I just fought a dude with the opposite of a washboard stomach, and he was still able to smother me.
Yeah, but you had some 400-pound sumo wrestler. So that's pretty tough to take on.
Did I hear sumo?
Fish loves sumo.
Well, actually, Adam told me to do his bet today. Guys, I only finished 4-1 yesterday. I'm a little pissed. I got the Tampa Bay Montreal Canadiens wrong. I always go over 5 goals. It was 1 goal, so that's the only one I got.
I don't know if he did that, but I can tell you he bet money on the Habs.
Did he?
Yeah, he did all 5 games. He bet money on the Habs. I don't know why. Well, he did it, one, because obviously you make a lot of money if you pick the Habs.
I guess so. I picked Tampa to win in 5. It's the only time I got it.
They were like plus 190, plus 220, plus 200. So he's like, fuck it, I'm gonna. And of course, Adam, not being very smart, put a shitload of money instead of just putting $50 or whatever. So you guys can probably guess how much money he actually put on. I'm not gonna say it unless he doesn't want.
Is Adam one of those dudes who never admits when he loses, but he always trumps up his wins and stuff?
Yeah.
I know dudes like that in Vegas.
See, the thing about it, though, is
that's
he
very
exposes his losses. He has to. That's a part of this with my
Right.
bookie.
Can't run from the numbers.
Can't run from the numbers, but you're going to hear him a lot more when he's talking about that W than that loss.
Oh, yeah.
He won't be talking about England-Denmark. Why? Because he didn't win his bet. So
tell him, Fish.
Can't help him there.
Now,
I know I've heard dudes say, I won $18,000. They didn't tell you about the $30,000 they lost.
Yep.
There you go. Yeah, those people that always show you the winning slips. It's like, oh, all right, cool. Where's your losing
and they want you to follow them. No.
No, Adam will say his record the day after, and obviously he has it on his graphic. But his big money bets, he won't really talk about them unless he wins. It's not on the air. Off the air, he probably will tell you, hey, I lost this much money. But on the air, only winning.
All right, forget Adam.
Yeah.
We're not here for him. We're here for me.
That's right. And before we get to you, though, let's qualify somebody for this kick for crypto. We got to get somebody in. The finals is going to be July 23rd. And all you got to do, kick a football into the back of the Zot Jeep that's sitting behind Joey right now. If you can do that from 35 yards away, we are hooking you up with $25,000 in crypto. This is your chance to qualify at 9 a.m. And then you have another chance at noon and 4. But right now, let's do this. Drop Terry. Just say Terry.
Yeah, I was going to say I heart Terry or I love Terry.
Yeah, just anything about Terry. Drop it in the chat right now. Anything about Terry. Like
Terry
nice
is
hat.
sweet.
Yep. Terry's awesome.
Terry's my hero.
Terry's my biological father.
No, we don't want that one. Then I got to pay money. So forget that one.
Uncle Terry's here to give you money. Just whatever. Comment about Terry, and we'll pick a winner and get you qualified for this $25,000.
Now, do you punt the ball in, or do you do the kickoff type?
It's your choice.
Oh, you can do it anyway.
You can punt, or you can kick it off a tee, but it must go in on the fly.
Off a tee, or could you have the homie hold it for you? Tee.
Yeah, tee. It's a one-person operation.
Tee's honestly way easier, probably, if you're an actual kicker.
I'm going punt. If I'm doing it, I'm trying the punt.
Yeah. Are you good at accurately punting a ball? That's hard.
No.
It's hard.
I'm not great at kicking a football. Like, I could probably kick like a 20-yard field goal, and that's about it.
Yeah.
outside of that is outside. Like, and that's from the, like, what, the 10-yard line. So not very impressive. But, Terry, it's Thursday, and you had some great topics that you mentioned you wanted to talk about. Which one did you want to get into first?
Well, I always forget what I send you.
Okay.
So I have to look it up.
You want me to look it up? Well, you sent a couple Olympic topics.
I got one, fellas. The Olympics are coming up, and looks like people. I know you're fired up about it, but most fellas are not fired up about the Olympics. But I'm fired up about one thing. About what event? If I could turn myself into an athlete, the event that I would most be interested in being is the 100-meter dash, because then, you know, no matter what you do in the Olympics, you don't get a crown. You may get a gold medal. You may say, hey, man, this dude is a bad dude here. But if you win the 100-meter, you are crowned the fastest human on Earth. So I was going to ask you fellas, if you could be on any Olympic event or any Olympic team, what would you choose?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Because you guys are all basketball guys. I would think half court over full court might want to be on the Olympic U.S. men's Olympic team.
Yeah, that would be amazing. I always talk about curling is my favorite thing.
That's winter. Wrong season.
Oh, summer.
Yep.
You talking about summer.
Yeah, we have the summer coming up in Japan.
Yeah, I would have to say basketball, because I mean, when you look at USA compared to all these other teams, I feel like USA has a higher potential. I mean, it sucks because we don't have our best players out there anymore like we used to, but just being out there representing your country would be the most amazing feeling out on the basketball court.
Yeah. Listen, if I could put the flag on my chest and do anything, I would. You know, I'm looking at some of the sports right now. Archery. I would love to be the guy who represents the USA in archery. Badminton? Hell yeah, put me on the USA badminton team. How amazing would that be?
If it's archery, nobody's going to watch you, first of all. So you just shoot some damn arrows.
Watch.
That's all right.
You get people that watch archery. You get people
very
that watch,
few.
They're still there.
Hey, at least, you know, get some
there's
recognition.
Artistic swimming as
Actually,
well.
if they know an American's has a chance to win, NBC could broadcast Stick throwing some archery for his last couple of attempts, if he's got a chance.
You know what else would be a dope one? Ping pong.
Ping pong would be amazing.
Yeah, but you're gonna get your ass kicked by the Koreans.
Man,
I'd play sand volleyball. Would be fun.
You just trying to look at that ass out there.
It's a male team.
I know, you're trying to look at that ass out there.
No, be a judge for the women's.
There you go.
That's a great job.
No, but honestly, in all honesty, like growing up, I thought the baddest uniform ever was that USA baseball uniform, that white one with the USA and the S turns into a flag.
Sure.
Like that is, to me, I knew some kids that played on the junior national team, and when they rocked those uniforms, I was so jealous of them. So that would be just based solely on the uniform. The USA baseball team would be amazing to play on.
Yeah, baseball's in the Olympics.
I know.
Man, for me, it's going to be something that's going to be so left field. You probably wouldn't expect me to say. Got two of them. One would be the long jump. I actually like watching the long jump. I'm just I don't know why. I just like watching it. And javelin throw. There's just two events during the Olympics that I can't explain why I like them. I just like them, and I was like, man, it'll be cool if I would be able to have that kind of precision with the javelin throw, be able to jump that far.
You know what's the cool thing about the javelin
throw?
No,
That's awesome.
No, there's something
I'm not
cool
clowning
about it.
That's awesome.
You could kill somebody with it.
That's what I'm saying. Like that is some primitive shit right there. Like,
Right.
I want to be able to throw this spear farther than anybody.
Yes.
It's amazing. And so
And
Terry,
it goes quick.
You would take the relay or just the straight up
100 meters, and then if I'm going to be in the 100 meters, I get to be in a relay too.
Yeah, see that's cool. Like when you think back to who was it, Michael Johnson and those guys. Like what was that, 94 Olympics or 96 Olympics? Like those relay teams were so fun to watch, and it was like the pride of America for a while.
Yeah, now we got to worry about the Jamaicans because they're just as fast, if not faster, in many cases.
What's up, Fish?
You're not doing the 200 or the 400?
Too long, I get tired.
Okay.
Because my
most
wife
athletes-
actually ran the 200. And when she ran around that curve, her dad used to say, "Oh, I saw that piano on your back coming over, around the turn." So I just take the 100.
Okay, because most runners, when they do the 100, they'll do the 100.
I know what most runners, but I'm not interested. I just want to do the 100 and go
I'm
home.
just making sure you knew that
Fish,
most of them
fastest
do
man on the earth.
They'll do the relay, they'll do the 200 and the 400, then they'll probably be done.
Fish, what would you compete in? You got to pick one. You can't just say I like them all.
too short to be a swimmer.
Well, also I can't swim, so that doesn't help me.
That hurts.
Nobody on this damn show can swim.
Yeah, definitely
with me.
would not choose swimming. I don't know, maybe soccer?
Soccer? All right. I can see you do that.
I mean,
what about you, Jeff?
Joey looks like a Greco-Roman wrestler a little bit.
Man.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll
take that.
do they have-
Handball would be fun too. I forgot about handball.
Team handball.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that's a sweet ass voice.
What about you, Jeff? What sport would you play in the Olympics if you could?
I like the javelin. The throwing the javelin. That just looks fun.
You and Corey
Who knows
can
if
go
I'd
at
be
each
good
other.
at it, but hey, I'll throw that javelin.
I don't know why. I just love the
I like
Yeah.
when they run and that thing is going up and down, up and down, up and down, and then you just let that fucker go.
It just looks like a time, man. I gotta
Why
do
did
it.
anyone say, oh, I got one? All right, tennis. I'll tennis. Or
pole vault. How about
I'll
the
do
pole
tennis.
vault?
I was going to say pole vault, but I wouldn't. be
I could
good
see
at pole vault.
fish up there on that pole going over this, flying through the air.
I would choose tennis.
I respect the people who do the pole vault because every time I look at them do it, I'm like, I would totally embarrass myself and fall smack dab on my face. Somehow, I would just figure out a way to fall on my face doing
No,
it.
no, no. What would happen to you when you go up? That pole's gonna break.
Snap.
Yeah, it's gonna.
Yeah.
Has that ever happened?
Oh yeah.
It looks like it's about to break every time. It
It bends so crazily. Like, what up, Fish?
So, Joey, you might not make it in the Olympic basketball team, but you could make it in the 3x3 Olympic basketball team.
Yeah, there's 3-on-3
Yeah,
in the
there's
Olympics.
3-on-3 Olympic basketball. So,
And does breakdancing start this year?
2024.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Paris,
Are you
France.
joking?
No.
Wait, what is the 3-on-3?
Hold on, breakdancing. A 3-on-3
it's
makes more
3-on-3.
sense.
Yeah, it's
When
when
you
you
put all the Detroit people out there, get
Right.
Jit and Jesus out there.
Joey, it's just 3-on-3 basketball. It's basically street ball, but they have
Half court.
rules, and it's 3-on-3.
Yeah. But yeah, breakdancing.
That makes more sense than the
Olympics.
breakdancing. The
Right.
3-on-3.
That is what's crazy to me in 2024 because you think like, all right, we're gonna take on the Iraqi breakdancing team. Like, it doesn't make sense.
Right.
Hey, think about the music they be dropping
Right.
though.
Yeah.
Now, they're probably gonna have a whole bunch of rules that screw the Americans. Like you can't play certain music or you can't do certain moves. So it's going to be very sterile.
It's all classical.
What's gonna be sad is when a bunch of Russian white dudes kick the hell out of the USA in breakdancing.
That's because they're going to make them break dance to classical music. That's the only way they can
This
beat
is
us.
how America's going to get that title. They're going to go ahead and throw Chris Brown ass out there. I bet you he'll bring home the gold.
Dude, that would
And
be
he would-
crazy.
I'm just saying.
He
That,
would kill
it
it.
could. That would be crazy.
Him,
He
Usher,
failed the
who
drug
else to bring
test,
out?
but yeah, we definitely have a squad that could go out there. Like you said, Usher, you send him, you send Chris Brown.
Omarion.
Throw Pitbull out there.
But you know what? They probably won't let us use our professionals.
Yeah,
So they can't go out there. There's going to have to be some amateurs out there.
We send the Jabberwockies. Does that work?
It's going to be Smooth Bruce from the east side of Detroit. Or
I'm gonna go to Nikki's Greek Life and just go grab a couple from over there.
Right.
Easiest one to do, race walk.
Race walk, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, just wait till the step competition makes it in. That's when Detroit really takes over of the Olympics.
They got jump roping.
I don't think so.
No, I don't
Jump
think
roping would be a sweet
I
one.
think they may.
They may.
They got all kinds of. They
Fish?
added all these
I'm
sports
looking
and
at
wanted
the
to get rid of
sports right
baseball
now.
and softball.
So dumb.
Two events.
They want to get the sports that the other countries think they might be able to be competitive in.
Well,
they have field hockey.
field hockey's fun.
Yeah.
Well, Terry, that is what we want to do in the Olympics, and there's also a young lady who's not going to be able to do what she wants to do in the Olympics, and I know you wanted to talk about her, and I know, Corey, I've seen you write several articles and multiple Facebook posts about this, so we're going to talk about her in the Olympics coming up next on the Woodward Sports Network.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial, and at Hall Financial, we treat our clients like family, and our number one priority is giving each of our clients 5-star service. Our passion for 5-star service, combined with our expertise, allows us to find the best possible solution for refinancing your home loan. We take the time to focus on both the individual and the numbers. We're going to walk you through the process and close your loan in half the time of our competition. Go to davidhallmortgage.com today.
Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show, live on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. My name is Stick. It is Thursday, so Terry Foster joins us.
I just want to say I'm not this short. My chair is down.
Here, I'll help you out, Terry. I'll come down to your level. There we go.
Damn, Terry.
There we go. Now my feet are
I
touching
feel
the
like
ground. That's
Spud
weird.
Webb.
We have Corey
Can't
and
dunk.
Joey up here, and we wanted to talk about Sha'Carri Richardson. She qualified for the Olympics, then she failed her drug test for THC, which, from my understanding,
smoking weed.
Isn't just about the weed. It's about it masking other potential things. That's from what I've read. That may be bullshit. It may not be.
Yeah.
But Corey, you've done a really good job researching this, writing articles, and talking about it. So fill us in for people who don't know the details on it, kind of like myself.
All right, so as we all know, Miss Richardson, she failed her drug test. She tested positive THC. It's a chemical that's found in marijuana, and from the World Anti-Doping Agency, for a substance to be banned, it has to meet 2/3 of the criteria on their doping list, which marijuana does.
Or 2 out of 3.
It has to meet 2 out of 3. It does meet that, and I talked to my friend Erin Humphrey. She's ran at a very high level. She's a former junior Olympian. She competed at the World Championships for our country in Beijing, and she's a former state record holder. So I had a conversation with her before I wrote the piece on Richardson, because I just wanted to get an idea of, like, hey, I watch it, but what's going on now? Even though I'm going to put this out there, marijuana is not listed on the WADA website as a masking agent, but in the runners community, they kind of feel that people can use marijuana as a masking agent for other substances, and she tested for a high level of THC apparently. But as far as it being a PED, where people say, oh, marijuana is not a PED, well, according to their website, it kind of could fall under that PED platform. I'm gonna read this real quick. I had to pull it right back up. So first off, they're saying is, like, if it has harmful activities, like they can see, if it has harmful activities, they ban it because of that. But the other reason is that they say the performance enhancing part, where it comes, like, relaxes the athletes. It may give them a certain edge, like with something like archery, it may give them a better focus.
All right.
So for
But
that,
really, I can't drive my car, but I can shoot an arrow better.
Right.
Makes sense.
Makes sense. I think all those arguments are horseshit.
I think they
homegirl just went and got high. I'm sure she wasn't. Oh, I'm gonna run faster because I'm smoking this weed.
Here's the actual
If that was the case, I'd be the fastest man on the planet, and I am slow as shit.
You'd be like a Superman.
Yeah, and I'm slow as hell. So weed does not make you run faster.
So here are the two of the things that they have for marijuana there. Based on current animal and human studies, as well as interviews with athletes and information from the field, cannabis can be performance enhancing for some athletes in sport disciplines. The third one, use of illicit drugs that are harmful to health and that may have performance enhancing properties is not consistent with the athlete as a role model for young people around the world. So those are, some of the criteria for the reason that it was banned. Now, if you want to say that the rules are archaic, I can agree with that. I believe that with marijuana, the way that we've learned about it, that it should be allowed. But for more reading, she could have applied for a therapeutic use exemption, which she didn't. She was probably not in the right state of mind, because right before she went ahead and qualified for her race initially, her mother passed away, and people use marijuana as a coping mechanism. Long story short, do I think that she should get judged as harshly as some people are doing her? I don't think she should. She made a decision. She accepted fault. Move on. But when people are saying let her race, it's just marijuana, you got other people who followed the rules.
Okay, let her race is only marijuana. This is like testing positive for gin now. I mean,
gin.
Stuff has changed. The world, you got 80-year-olds walking around high on weed because, you got or as they call it, the glaucoma and all stuff like this. Yeah, if this is the 50s or 60s, okay, I can understand it. But bring yourself up to modern times. The IOC is old and out of place. The American Olympic Committee is old and out of place. Sha'Carri, she didn't do this to run faster. She did it because she just wanted to get high.
And the thing is, I agree with you. She probably did. She did it just to get. I don't think she did. I don't think she did it to mask any PEDs, even though it's a potential. I don't think she did. I don't think she'd taken any PEDs at all. I think that she was just stressed out because of what went on with her mother passing, and she needed to smoke. I mean, I get that, but at the same time, if you want to say that the the IOC needs to go ahead and change the rules. Yeah, let's have that conversation. These rules are archaic and need to be changed. But at the same time, everybody else has to follow the same rules. So why should she be exempt?
And that's the thing I don't get. It's like going into being an Olympic athlete like that, you know the rules. You know what you got to follow. And even mentioning that there could have been a potential exemption, why did she not follow through that route?
And I also blame her coaches and the people around her, because you know on what she has for her. This is something that she's trained, worked for her entire life. Why didn't they, if she needed to smoke because of what's going on, okay, cool. Go ahead. If you're her coaches, you're her agents, you're her PR person, go ahead and get that therapeutic use exemption so she doesn't find herself in this situation. It's not, is it again, the rules are archaic, but you gotta be able to follow the same guidelines as everybody else. I don't feel any sorry for her. I mean, if there is anybody I feel sorry for being disqualified, I feel sorry for the Nambian runner Christina Mboma. She is disqualified for naturally high testosterone levels. They disqualify her from the 400 meter.
She might be a man.
No, I ain't gonna go there.
Well, it might be.
But they got New Zealand, putting transgender in the Olympics, and that's such a clusterfuck.
They gotta fix these rules. Again, I'm with that. They gotta fix these rules. I don't think marijuana should be on there, but if there are other runners out there who have not tested positive or for any of these substances and they're going to run, I mean, you got to ban. You got to let her.
Well, and we live in the United States right now, where obviously in the past 10 years, our thoughts on weed as a country has progressed exponentially to where, like, there was a war on drugs, and marijuana is a gateway drug to marijuana, and dispensaries are crucial to everybody's existence and are allowed to be open during COVID. Like, we went from this is the worst thing in the world to this is actual necessity for people to live. And a lot of the world hasn't caught up to us yet. So when we're talking about Olympics, we got to remember we're not only talking American, we're talking the world here. And there's still places where you get your damn arm chopped off if you get caught with some weed.
I think weed has become so casual in this country that she probably didn't even think about, oh, this could be a banned substance.
Nor should she. It shouldn't be a banned substance.
Well, she because that's the rules for right now.
She smoked in Oregon. It's illegal. 3 miles from me, there's old people can barely move going in there to get their weed. They get it in brownies, suckers, all kinds, and then they, I got an extra. You want it? It's like, they're not even fearful of the law or anything. They just there to get their swerve on.
Here's the one thing that I'm failing to understand about the whole situation is that, okay, she stepped up and she owned it. I was wrong. This is why I did it. I'm accepting responsibility. I'll be back next time. But it's everybody that is all saying that this is some witch hunt out to get her, that screwed the rules on her run. If she's taking responsibility, if she's owning it, why is everybody else trying to come to bat for her? Instead of just coming to her aid, just focus the attention and the conversation on getting the damn rules changed.
Yeah. Because it's an opinion. I mean, whenever we know this she was going to be one of our better Olympians. She was going to win gold medals and everything. So yeah, you feel vested in it or invested. It's like, well, shit, this is going to be our girl, and she's not in there. So people get pissed.
And there's still more people. There's still more runners out there that can be our girl. Look at Gabby Thomas. Look at her in the 200 meters. She's ran the second fastest time ever. The only person faster than Gabby Thomas in the 200 meters is Florence Griffith Joyner. She's an American. She is somebody that we can get behind. She's a Harvard graduate, and right now, while coming second to FloJo, she's at University of Texas getting a master's degree in epidemiology and healthcare administration. She's somebody that we can rally behind. Just because Richardson broke the rules doesn't mean that there is not more people out there for the country to get behind.
And that's one thing I see that's been really bothering you, Corey, is like this. A lot of black people saying, you know what, done with the Olympics. They ain't letting the black girl in. But then you got Simone Biles. You got people that are black Olympians that are great. And so why cut out the entire Olympics for one person who admitted to their own mistake?
And also, too, fellas, want to stick on the black community for a second. If you want to say Richardson is gone, okay, too. She would have done great, but shit, she would have had to deal with Shelly Ann Fraser-Price. She would have got her ass smoked by her. She's black, she's Jamaican, but she's not in the country, so I get it. But if you want
She
to
ain't
stick
ours.
Yeah, she ain't ours, but again, you still got...
I'm glad you said that.
but still, if you want to stick to the
That's why I'm
you
here.
want to stick to the country, Gabby Thomas is somebody to get behind. She's going to be on the 400, on the 4x4, relay team. She's going to be in the 200. That's somebody to get behind. Just isolate this as this is Richardson or bust for us in the Olympics. I think that's a poor mindset. She made a mistake, or she made a decision. Let's move on with it. Let's go ahead and focus on getting these archaic rules changed.
Well, I'm not Richardson or bust. I just say the girl should be in there.
You know what? She should. You know what? I would love to see her in there. I would love to see her in there, but should.
I don't think you like ghetto girls.
See, but you
You don't like ghetto girls.
No, don't. If you know
my
track record.
You brought the other one. She went to the University of Texas,
Yeah, he brought
and she
the
went to
Harvard
Harvard.
No, it's not that. It's just saying, like, if we're gonna talk about somebody that we don't have anybody to rally behind, she's doing great things. It's somebody else out there that is a great representation of the country who's doing well. If you want to say that Richardson should run because of the situation, everybody's entitled to their own belief. But at the end of the day, she still broke the rules.
Terry doesn't care. He just wants to see the hood girls you've been with.
That's right. You don't like hood girls.
No, that's a very bad assumption.
Let me see pictures of your last 5 girlfriends.
I'll show you after the show.
I would also like to see this.
My last 2 girlfriends are from Pontiac and Saginaw, so if you really want to go there, okay, yeah.
All right, I stand down.
I already know what the Pontiac girl looks like. I don't need to see pictures.
I dated someone from Saginaw once.
I told you guys told me tell the story when I went up to Saginaw with my girlfriend for meet her family. We came off the freeway, and the first thing we see is a dead body.
Sag nasty.
I dated this girl. She took me to her house. You know how people lean in the car like this to look cool? That's what her house was doing. I said, I'm not coming to listen. Is this thing gonna fall?
The one thing I just find it interesting about the Richardson whole thing is that people are just like, let her run, but they're like, okay, they're just saying F the rules.
Right.
No, like,
it ain't that easy.
And that's the thing about it. I'm not a marijuana snob. I mean, you guys know me. I'm not a snob to it. I'm just simply saying that if they have rules and regulations for a reason, we can't just say F them because we like a person, because we want to rally behind a person.
No, we're saying F them because the rules are antiquated.
And again, let's change the rules. Let's go change the rules. But right now, she broke them, and she has to eat her medicine.
Yeah, there ain't no free pass. Once the rules are changed, then this will be different outcome.
Because I hope she comes back and run. I hope that further on down the line, other athletes will be able to use marijuana and they not have to go ahead and face these bans, because marijuana is a lot safer than some of these other methods that they give these athletes that are allowed for them to be able to cope with depression and anxiety. But for right now, it's banned, because if the shoe were on the other foot, if there was somebody else from another country who smoked and they were allowed to run, we'd be up here like, oh, they letting this person run, blah 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 blah.
And it's the Olympics. You know damn well that they ain't jeopardizing their brand and their reputation over something like this. They're using this as an example, and she got caught up in it.
Yeah, at the end of the day, rules is rules. That's what it is.
They're shitty rules.
You can't be in the Olympics then.
I know.
Stupid rules.
I know. It's mostly because of my athletic ability, but I'll blame it on the weed.
Just blame it on that. That's it.
That's why I'm not in the Olympics. Damn it. But it's a good topic to talk about, but at the end of the day, I'm with Corey on this one. Like, she knew the rules, she broke the rules, that's why she's not there. Let's change the rule, because it is a stupid ass rule, and then we won't have to worry about this in the future.
That's what I'm saying. This is get rid of the stupid ass rule. I hate the rule. I mean, as me personally, as somebody who uses marijuana and CBD products to cope with anxiety and depression, I love that 1,000 times more than taking.
And we just found out something new about Corey. He's a little bit of a snob.
No, I'm not a snob.
Yes, you are.
On what?
You don't like the hood rats.
Hood rats.
Now, okay, look. You said hood women and hood rats are 2 different things. I don't like hood rats. Hood women is something different.
Who does like hood rats?
I don't know anybody that likes hood rats. They're expensive. So nah.
How you like that red hair she's got?
I loved her. I love the colorful hair. I love everything about her. Colorful hair, long nails. Flojo had long nails. None of her aesthetics or her appearance bothers me. I love her vibrant personality. I love her confidence. I love everything about her. She just broke a rule.
Well, since she can't run in the Olympics, what she can do is come out to the Levels grand opening on July 23rd.
Oh, wow. Amazing.
She can come out there. She can hang out with us. We're doing our live broadcast that morning. The morning show's going to be there. There's going to be free food trucks, so, she can eat while she's out there, too. Just lots of good stuff going on. We got some cool stuff to give away that Joey ordered. It's going to be a fun time. July 23rd in Centerline. Make sure you come out to Levels, and if you want to check them out, go to enjoylevels.com or at enjoylevels on Instagram. Check out their pics and all the cool stuff that they're posting. But remember, July 23rd, their grand opening, plus you'll have a chance to win a new car. Isn't that cool?
Cool.
And smoke that Shikari out there.
Yeah,
dude. If that isn't a
that is
strand
going
of
to
weed,
end up being a strand of
it
weed
better
somewhere.
be. It better be by tomorrow. But yeah, make sure you come hang out with us at Levels in Centerline, July 23rd. We'll see you at the grand opening.
We are here, downtown Fenton, my favorite Bridge Street Exchange.
That's right. And you want to switch up your wardrobe this summer? It's this easy. Ready, Joey?
I'm ready.
All right, you ready? I like it. You want to do it again?
Yeah, let's do it again.
All right. Ooh, Brixton. Nice. One more time?
Yes.
Ooh, I like the hat on this one, too. You ready to do it one more time, Joey?
I'm getting tired. One last one.
All right, let's change it. Bro, where's your shirt? You need new clothes this summer. Bridge Street Exchange in Fenton. That's where you need to go. Thank you, guys. And welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show, live on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's first and only all-digital sports network. It's that Thursday morning where we wake up with Terry Foster, and he regales us.
I'm supposed to talk like that, not you.
Oh, I'm the intro.
No, I'm just joking.
I'm throwing it to you with the proper tone and tempo.
Thank you.
Because it is now officially time.
Terry Foster!
Damn it, Joey. Right. Story time with Terry is here.
All right.
What are we talking about today, Uncle Terry?
We are talking about Olympic champion. Well, she wasn't a champion, actually. She was supposed to be. People always ask me, were you nervous interviewing athletes? And I've interviewed Charles Barkley, Michael Jordan, Grant Hill, Shaquille O'Neal, and I was not nervous. But there was one interview that I was nervous about. And the person that made me nervous her name was Debbie Thomas. She was an Olympic figure skater.
Oh.
That I had a crush on.
Ooh.
And did not think I was going to be able to interview her. So anyway, this PR guy, he's like, you want to talk to Mrs. Thomas? I said, yeah. But it wasn't during Olympics, it was in Utah or something. And all of a sudden there she was. And I went like this. I went, so I thought she was cute. She was a doctor. She was smart. She's going to be rich. And I envisioned myself as her husband. So it's the only interview.
So you didn't have a crush on her. Like, you were planning your life.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I was the only interview. I was like, oh, boy.
You pulling up a picture?
I'm in trouble.
Yeah, I was looking at what she looks like.
I want to see a
It's
pic.
just kind of short.
Are you talking about the Alex, can you look for a pic as well so we can throw it up?
Let's throw it up on the screen. Let's
Debbie
see Terry's
Thomas.
type. Sheesh, you could have that one, Terry.
Oh, you don't like her?
Nah, not my type.
You want to throw it in the title of a doctor?
Hey, that's all good. I got me a doctor. She look a little different.
She kind of looks like Kamala Harris.
Yep.
Does she?
Don't you think?
Just a
I don't know.
different version.
I haven't seen her in a while. Let me see. Y'all looking at old pictures of her. I didn't want that.
Hey. If you're looking at the younger pictures of her, yeah, okay.
I'm talking about when she was.
You lying, Corey?
When she was 20 and
you lying? She looked nasty.
You looking at the older pictures. I'm looking at the younger ones.
All right, so Terry,
she was a lovely lady.
You
Go ahead.
You get to interview your future, hopefully, wife.
Right.
And how did that go?
It was started out slow because I couldn't get words out. One, I wasn't expecting an interview, even though the guy told me they could. And then I was like, oh, here she is. It's going to be a doctor. I thought she was cute at the time, but right now, I don't know. I'm glad I didn't make that decision.
Oh, man.
Or she didn't make that decision.
That's amazing.
What were your questions to her? Do you remember, like, your first question? Did you just get all mush-mouthed on her?
Nah, I'm sure I asked her about, is she, choking in the Olympics, or if her mindset and all that kind of stuff, and how much pressure there is in the long program. I don't remember. I just know I just started out, oh, baby, what's up?
You really? You said that?
No, I didn't say that.
I was like, damn.
That's what I was thinking.
Brought in your game, just like put on his pimp hat. Was like, hey, what's up,
I
girl?
had no game, no pimp hat. Didn't even have pimp shoes.
So how'd the interview wind up? It was just a basic interview?
Yeah, it was
in and out?
Basic interview. It lasts about 10 minutes. And then we're done. I don't even know what I wrote about her.
So really, you just remember being nervous. So that was the only time you were nervous.
Only time.
Was she like looking good that day when you were nervous?
She had on some little stretch pants, like the pants I love most, and she didn't have them at that time. But the Lululemon,
the leggings.
The leggings, yeah.
These are especially for figure skaters. Those are super tight.
Oh yeah,
next level tight compared to leggings.
And then the butt was shining and stuff like that. So I thought it looked pretty good back then.
Reminds me of a Bob Marley song. Butt was shining, the weather was sweet.
That was it. But the weather wasn't sweet.
There
it was
she
snowing.
is. She's up on the screen now. Yeah, I don't know, Terry. There we go. All right. Oh, I see that caboose. That is a caboose.
No, we are.
She looked like Miss Huxtable.
We we get weak for cabooses.
She was a tip drill.
A tip drill. Wow. All right. Who tipped her?
You heard the song Tip Drill.
No, I know, but that means the homie tipped it to you. I'm saying, who was the tip drill?
Had to be Terry.
I know what a tip drill is. I watched BET Late Night back in the day.
I know.
With AJ and Free. That's when 106 in Park was awesome. Do you remember that Nelly tip drill video? It was like porn on BET Late Night.
BET Uncut.
Oh my God. So that was
I got another story. I went to the Olympics in Turin or Torino.
Sorry, there you go. That's a cutie.
In Italy, and we went to this Italian restaurant. Surprise, surprise! Every day, and it was a bar and everything. And this waitress, she had to be 6'3" and about 280. For some reason, she loved me.
Yeah.
And so we went into there, and we went in the bar. I said, I don't want to go here because that girl's gonna be. So anyway, we go in, and this woman said, oh, there's my American Teddy. And then she grabbed me. And I swear she broke my arms, broke my ribs. I said, man, this bitch is strong. Get out. But the thing is, she looked like Jim Valvano.
Not a good look.
That was not a good look.
Not a good look.
No.
Yeah,
Jim Valvano with a wig.
That was one of my life strategies when I was younger, is that I wanted to, marry a girl that was like 6'5", about 3 bills, and produce some linebackers.
She'd be kicking your ass at night too.
That's fine, but our kids would be massive. We'd be breeding athletes.
Until all that, and then comes time to get drafted, and the kid doesn't get drafted, and you're stuck with her for life.
Yeah, because he's too slow because of your genes.
No, I smoke weed. I'm very fast. Very fast.
That's right. But yeah, but then you be doing the show with a black eye and a tooth missing and stuff like that. Because those 300-pound girls, man, they get a little violent.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't have much experience, but
I
just duck and move, right?
I just read about it.
I just read about it.
That's all I know.
All right. Well,
Were you
Terry,
ever with a girl with 300 pounds?
Nah, I can't say that I have.
You like them little girls, or you like the big girls?
I like thick, but not big.
Okay, all right.
I like them all.
All shapes, sizes.
Yeah, I don't discriminate.
But Stick probably knows about this. When I'm at the club and I see the girls, speak to the big one first.
Oh yeah, that's Bill Bellamy. How to be a player. But
you know what? The big girls will treat you right.
Oh yeah.
Before the cutie pies do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just
They'll
ask
make sure you
Drake.
fit.
Eat some lunch with you. Yep. Joey, why don't you tell everybody about Northwestern Tech?
Yeah,
real
to
quick.
follow up on big girls, Northwestern Tech. It's a big career that
we know you need air conditioning.
If you're a big girl.
Hey, real talk. Yesterday, a lot of power outages. I mean,
how you gonna save this one, bro?
I don't know. You set me up, man. Hey, you big girls, I know you need that air conditioning. So why not a whole career out of it too? A whole career.
Bam.
So go check out northwesterntech.edu. No joke, 10.5-month hands-on HVAC program. This is the school that works. You see him smiling right there above me because he made that decision to not go for the big girls, to go for that career. northwesterntech.edu. And I'm fired. I like big girls,
hey guys,
too.
I'm D-Mac.
Hey guys, I'm Pilar.
That was a little slow.
Right.
Hi, I'm D-Mac.
I wasn't ready. I was doing this.
Hi, I'm D-Mac.
Hey, I'm Pilar.
I'm Maz. You're lit. Hi, I'm D-Mac.
I'm Pilar.
I'm Maz. We suck.
You suck.
Catch us Monday to Friday, 3 to 5.
Every day right here on The Hook.
On Woodward Sports Network.
Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show, live on the Woodward Sports Network. And while we were in break, two things happened. We got breaking news, one from Corey. Corey, what happened with breaking news?
Breaking news, the Olympics will not have fans because of a spike of new cases in Japan, including the Delta variant.
They just announced this morning officially the state of emergency.
Only 17% of people in Japan are vaccinated.
17? What are we at, though?
60. Well, one dose is
no.
We're that high in vaccinations?
Oh, yeah.
I think 67% have at
for
least
one dose it's 67. For two, I believe it's 40.
50.
50?
It's 50 now.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
So we're way better than Japan.
And other breaking news, Terry, I hate to do this to you, but Alex, do you want to inform him about his past love that
Be careful,
he missed out
Alex.
on?
I'm going to hate you forever now.
Yeah, so when I was looking up pictures of your girl, Debbie Thomas, the first article that comes up, Debbie Thomas reveals she is now broke and living in a bedbug-infested trailer.
Oh, wow.
Man, so Art ended up smashing, huh? That's cool.
Wow.
That's messed
So
up.
she lives with Art.
That's messed up.
But you know what happened? She choked in the Olympics and finished fourth out of the medal thing.
Art, I will not
maybe that was
talk
it.
about you like that, Art.
Could be why.
At first, when Alex started talking, like the first article I pulled, I thought it was going to be Terry Foster's article on there.
Right. Me too. Nah.
But all right, well, that's your update on your long lost love, Terry.
I'm glad.
The one that got away.
Yeah, I'm glad we didn't hook up.
Might be scratching right now.
Terry, before we get you out of here and get into Fish's Facts and Dumbass of the Day, we got an NBA Finals game tonight and kind of wanted to touch on this a little bit. Who do you got in the series, since I really haven't talked to you in a week?
You have not.
I know.
You have not spoken.
Nope.
I think Phoenix is going to win this in 5.
5.
I think Giannis is going to break down again. That knee is holding up, but it's not going to hold up for the whole series because his game is too violent, and I think they'll beat him in 5.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, Game 2 tonight is happening in Phoenix, and if it's anything like Game 1, I mean, the Suns just kind of dominated that game.
Now, did y'all watch the end of the Stanley Cup Finals last night?
I did not. No.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I missed the end of it.
I watched some replays. What are you going for? What are you going at?
I think the Lightning are going to win the series in 5.
You want to bet on it, Terry?
And they're going to win the last game by 1-0 score.
Oh, wow. Shutout, huh?
Yeah. The Lightning are just an absolute machine. You could see early on in that series that it was not going to be a very long series. So I love what Steve Yzerman built there. We hope he builds the same thing here in Detroit. And then I will be guaranteed to watch Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Finals. But
well,
yeah.
except it was last night.
No, I know, but I'm saying if it's the Red Wings, I ain't
okay.
missing that. If it's the Lightning, it's like, all right, nah, I've seen the Lightning.
I'm going to be honest.
We've watched this movie before.
I love watching NHL playoffs when it's the Red Wings. I'll watch every single game.
Yeah, of course.
Start to finish. So much fun. But when it's other teams, I'll let Sean Baligian waste his time watching the Canadians.
Corey, who you got in the game tonight?
I got the Suns. I think the Bucks missed their opportunity to go ahead and rest Giannis. They should have rested him for Game 1. Now they can't turn back, and I'm going to go I want to say Bucks in 6. That was my prediction, but
what happened, Corey? Changing
because
real
they
quick.
went against the game plan. They were supposed to sit him game 1, go out there, get a good feel. He gets more rest, not come back game 2. He did look okay, but he was not the same Giannis. So Bucks and 4.
Bucks and 4.
Suns and 4.
So, did you hear the Suns fans chanting that at the last game? Alex, you got that video. I sent it to you. This is hilarious to me because this guy has just become such a legend. And it's never going to go away. And if they do sweep this in 4, like if this becomes the Suns in 4 prediction, my God, the guy build a statue.
He's going to end up with a statue and a podcast.
And a podcast, honestly. He's got bobbleheads, all the other stuff.
You know, he reminds me of the modern day Moses Malone. Because Moses Malone said, "Foe, foe, foe, foe."
That's what he said?
Yeah, that's what they're going to do in the playoffs.
How'd they do?
Sweep everybody. I think they one series went 5 games, but he basically kept his promise.
Yeah, Moses Malone was a hell of a player. You got that video, Alex? All right, let's listen to the Suns fans chant this. How awesome would that be to be the Suns in 4 guys still? Like, we're 2 rounds removed now, and they're still chanting it.
I want to ask him what was going through his head. Like, hey, were you scared that you were going to get kicked out and ejected for the rest of this playoffs, or what was going through your head? Because I highly doubt that he had any thoughts of him becoming a legend after this fight.
Yeah, now he's the superhero.
I think he would have been kicked out if it was just like him generally just attacking somebody just to attack him, but because it was self-defense, I think they're like, yeah.
You think if Booker didn't step up and reach out to him and had that communication that this would have all played out a little bit differently and he would have been banned? Because, yes, he was still in the right, but fighting at a game is never acceptable.
No, but people loved him.
Right.
So there was no way he was going to get kicked out, or else the other fans would have protested. It's sort of like this country back in the day fell in love with Bonnie and Clyde. And Bonnie and Clyde robbed banks.
Yeah.
Sometimes we like the bad guy. And this guy was bad, but he was good also. He was supporting his team. It's like this fool here. When the Pistons get good, he's going to, hit somebody.
That's me.
Going to say Pistons in 4. And then he's going to say, yeah, you know what I did last night, huh? I shut this motherfucker up. That's going to be you, so you might as well get ready.
That happened at I went to a Chicago White Sox game at Alltel or whatever the hell it was called at that time, or All Cell Stadium, and yeah.
People in Chicago don't like us.
Yeah, and I don't like people from Chicago, so the feeling's mutual, soft asses. Joey, who do you got?
I got the Suns. I'm going to say 5 because I think the Bucks will pull off one of these wins. I'm not saying tonight, but just looking at the Bucks, they just cannot match up with them. Giannis did look good. Honestly, I was surprised at how good he did look, because when you saw him with that LeBron James chase down block, just the effort that he came out with that entire game.
Yeah, the people blew that thing way out of proportion.
The block?
Yeah, like it was a nice block.
Oh, when you put the comparison though?
Yeah.
Dude, it looked exactly like
I get that, but one was game 1 halftime. The other one was a game clinching block. Like
they're not saying importance.
Some people were.
They're talking about the artistic part of it.
Yeah, they're not saying the importance of that block.
No,
and what
some
that
people
meant.
were.
Nobody was. They were saying the comparison. It looked like a LeBron James.
And it doesn't
type
matter
block.
because Tayshaun's block's the greatest come from behind
For
block
sure.
for all time. So I don't care what LeBron did. And Giannis, it's great. But the thing that surprised me about that is dude literally took 2 steps from the free throw line to block that.
Well,
from the
here's why
3-point line.
Milwaukee cannot win that series. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Break.
14, 15,
Right.
16.
It doesn't get that high. It's always at 12.
It's always at 12. But they're in their head, his head. And he's your superstar. And if your superstar is weak mentally, the rest of the team can't do
it. It
anything.
ain't even on the players itself. It's on Budenholzer tonight to really come out with a different strategy, because it's a simple pick and roll. And when Chris Paul has that mismatch of having freaking Lopez on you as a defender and you can't adapt to that, that is just awful.
There was like 4 possessions where Portis wound up on Booker and CP3 and got torched each time.
The
And
problem
it's like,
is
you gotta
NBA's
double.
been trying to figure out the pick and roll for 30 years.
It's the greatest play in basketball.
Nobody figures it out.
Yeah, when it's run correctly, it's the greatest play in basketball.
Budenholzer just got to settle his MyBookie debt, and he'll be okay. This guy looks scared for his life in every game. I think that team is pretty much they're cooked because if your coach is not confident in what you're doing, how are you going to be confident?
For real.
Well, we'll find out what happens tonight. I'm excited to watch this game. I love the NBA Finals, and I hope the Suns win. I think they're going to win tonight. If the Bucks steal one, it could get interesting because Giannis will progressively get healthier. This was the conversation I was having with my mom while we were watching the game because remember Chris Paul's first game back. Didn't really play well. Didn't really look in rhythm. Didn't really look like he was slowing the team down more than helping it out. And that's kind of how I felt with Giannis last game. So maybe with another game under his belt, maybe he's back into some playing game shape, and we'll get a better Giannis
The
performance.
Bucks will win Game 3.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And the thing about Chris Paul, him slowing the game down made them look bad for one game. But in the playoffs, you want it to slow down.
Right.
A little bit. And so I think he finally got them to play at his pace, and now they're on the roll.
Yeah, when I say slow down, I mean like even slow for the pace that he wanted to run. Like he just didn't look like he could be the full Chris Paul out there. That's what I meant by slowing down. So we'll see. Hopefully Giannis can bounce back tonight and we have a good game. But, you know, as I know, my mom's rooting for a 20-point blowout because she loves him some Suns.
All right.
Joey, you want to do oh, no, we don't have anything.
We got to go to Fishy right now.
We got to go to Fish. You ready, Fish? You ready for your facts? You got good facts?
I don't know. You tell me.
I got it. I haven't been here in a week, man, so you better come strong with these facts. Let's hit your intro first. Let's do it.
Is it time? Yeah, it is. Fish!
Go Fish.
Fish facts.
It's fish!
All right, Fishy, what do you got for us today, buddy?
We are going to be doing a video today, as always. Today is July 8, I believe. Yeah, July 8. We got video as always. We'll go out to England, where it is coming home on Sunday. This is a 71-year-old cricket player who did very well, as you can see. He got the guy out.
Wait, he threw it behind him and got him out?
Yeah, the ball spanned back. That is allowed, and that's an out. The guy's 71. His form is...
Wait, what? I don't get that at all.
71 years old.
It's got to hit the wicket behind him, right?
Yeah, he's 71. He got him out.
Huh.
Wow. It was a pretty good pitch. The guy just said, oh, this old man can't spin the damn ball. And he did spin the ball, and he got him out.
Awesome.
So we start today with baseball. 6th second favorite sport. Softball tonight. Is there softball tonight, by the way?
There is softball tonight, 7:30, 7:45 if it doesn't get rained out.
Damn, this week flew by. I remember last game like it was yesterday.
It was.
Speaking of Space Dogs in baseball, Kenley Jansen for the Los Angeles Dodgers, he walked 22 batters this season, tied with 2012 for second most in any season of his career. He walked 26 in 2011.
Damn.
Are there any walks in slow pitch softball?
Oh yeah, there's plenty of walks.
Oh, okay.
TikTok Mikey filled in for us last week and struck out twice. It was hilarious.
No,
Once looking.
That does not surprise me.
I love Mikey, and I thank him for coming to play in the game. He actually played really well at second base. But, you know, when you go from playing hardball to trying to slow your swing down to hit that lobbed softball, it takes some patience.
Yeah, when our team, if you struck out in slow pitch softball, you had to buy a case of beer for the whole team.
I actually like that rule.
That's a fair rule.
Did you ever play the dick out in golf?
The dick out?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, come on, everybody. No? Am I the only one who knows the dick out rule in golf?
I'm a model citizen.
Alex is shaking his head. Alex, you know what I'm talking about?
Alex is bad.
I know what you're talking about.
All right.
Why are you saying that with a smile on your face? Tell us about the dick out.
What's the dick out? Tell us.
I can't believe you guys have never heard of the dick out.
Why don't you fucking tell us and we'll all know?
Because I like to build the suspense, Terry.
No, you know. No,
do not demonstrate. Just tell us.
If you can't, once you tee off, if you don't hit it past the ladies' tee, you got to pull your dick out for the next hole.
It's a good rule.
See? So if you miff one and it doesn't go past the ladies' tee, guess what happens for the entire hole? You're swanging.
But there's some courses where the ladies' tee is like officially it's not the ladies' tee, it's the beginner's tee.
See, that's even more insulting.
Yeah.
So I have seen.
That's offensive. Right. I'm offended by that.
I have seen some of those beginners or ladies' tees like 150 yards up.
Really?
Yeah.
I've seen some like on the other side of a pond or like to the right of it, so you have to avoid the water. Epic saying he invented that rule. So there you go. All right, Fish, what other facts you got? Sorry.
Juan Soto, speaking of long balls, has 9 opposite field home runs since the start of the 2020 season. That's second most by a left-handed batter in that span, only behind Kyle Schwarber with 11.
Yeah, it is weird. You don't see a lot of lefties going opposite field. You really don't, now that I think about it.
You do not. Hey, there was a champion last night, and it was a champion you guys actually know for once, Tampa Bay Lightning.
Yay!
They won the Stanley Cup last night. They win 2 Stanley Cups in a span of 282 days. The last team to do so in a shorter span was Montreal Victorians. December 27, 1897 to March 5, 1898. That's 68 days.
Yeah, and Tampa Bay in itself has won 3 championships in 282 days, if you include the Buccaneers. So they've had a pretty good year down there in Tampa.
Rays, they went to the finals for World Series last year, lost to the Dodgers.
And if it wasn't for that Snell incident, they could have probably won the World Series.
Yeah, they probably should have won the World Series. Yeah. Today is July 8th, which is Thursday. 1909, the first pro baseball game was played under the lights. It was a minor league game, but it still counts as a pro game. So they had lights in 1909, or first game to have lights was 1909. So you can thank them for 7 p.m. baseball games instead of 1 p.m. baseball games.
That's good, man. I couldn't even imagine playing the first game under the lights because, you know, they were those probably Edison bulbs, like the filaments hanging out. Like, just that, it'd be such a cool classic feel. Don't they do that at, like, Greenfield Village?
Yeah, and they wear ties when they play.
They do, like, the throwback games there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
It's a gentleman's game.
Yes.
1941, the 9th All-Star game for baseball was in Detroit, Briggs Stadium in Detroit.
Yep.
So congratulations to them. AL 175, if anyone cares. Matt's probably at that game. And then baseball grants $5,000 minimum salary in 1946.
Damn.
And then this is Maz's worst day, 1994. Preliminary trials rules that there is enough evidence to try O.J. Simpson.
Yeah, Maz still thinks OJ's innocent.
So his heart probably
Isn't that crazy?
banging in his chest.
He's
for
the
a
only
while.
white guy I know who thinks OJ is innocent.
He also thinks Tom Brady sucks, so you gotta you take the good.
Yeah, he said yesterday only 2 of his 7 rings actually were Tom Brady, and then he backtracked, and I think it's 0, I think it's 2, I don't know.
Okay, let's play that game.
When he
still has 2 Super Bowl rings.
Well, when he was explaining it, he said that there's only 2 ones, and then he started saying, "Well, wait, I have to look back at them," and they said, I don't know. It sounded, when he explained it, it sounded like 0 of 7 were actually his.
Okay.
We need to ask him who's better, Tom Brady or Eli Manning?
He's saying Eli Manning. He said no question Eli Manning. He's saying no
Eli had
question.
nothing to do with those championships. Absolutely
And
nothing.
when Eli Manning has the most fraudulent, the 2 most fraudulent rings and Super Bowl MVPs.
And when they tried to say Eli Manning was all luck, he said, "No, it's not all luck. It's all skill."
David Tyree had nothing to do with luck. That was all skill. They practiced that every day in practice. Like that's just how they drew it up.
That's what he does.
Yeah.
Anyways, we have a wedding. 1977. Mike Ditka weds Diana Thrantham in Texas.
Black Betty Blamalam.
You can see the name, but yeah. So I don't. But anyways, that's her. And congratulations to Mike Ditka. I liked him as a head coach. I of course didn't watch him, but I watched him as an ESPN analyst. He was pretty good.
Every time I hear Mike Ditka, all I think of is the old Saturday Night Live skit, you know, and I think it was Chris Farley, like, who would win in a fight, a Hurricane or Mike Ditka? And the guy's like, trick question, it's Hurricane Ditka. So, well, thank you, Fish. Is that your facts?
Yep, those facts. We have Friday tomorrow.
It's the weekend, Fish.
It is the weekend. Should be another fun weekend. Bunch of good stuff going on this weekend. Sumo, it's coming home. What else do we have? Basketball. That's about it. Olympics, only 2 weeks away.
All right,
Yay.
now let's get into it. Joey's dumbass of the day.
The Detroit Pistons select Darko Milicic.
World's dumbest criminal.
Well, so much for me calling him savvy because he had no idea where he's on the field.
When he crosses too many timeouts, it's a technical foul.
Dumbass!
So it's Corey's birthday. We got to celebrate with a little oppa.
Hey!
And this oppa right here is just the oppa gone wrong.
Oh, no.
Turned it into 4.
Oh!
Took him out.
Where is this?
I don't know. At some oppa place.
You're surprised that doesn't happen more often.
Yeah. Like, dude, you see oppas going straight through TVs and all that, and I'm like, How does nothing happen?
Also, why would these idiots hold it exactly under the effing sprinkler?
Dude,
I don't know.
Just for the same reason why at the Leos in Royal Oak they hold it right under the TVs.
Yeah, no, it's the same thing at Red Olive here in Southfield, right by my house. They have TVs up top. They have like this pergola, wood thing, and then they have like fake plastic plants, and they lighting fires into that thing all day long, no problems. It's crazy to me.
How doesn't it melt? I don't get that.
I don't know.
It's like fake fire.
I don't know, but the cheese is delicious.
Oh yeah,
I love that.
Whoopa.
Whoopa!
That is your dumbass of the day today.
And one more time, we got to say happy birthday to Corey. Happy birthday,
Yeah,
Corey.
Thank you.
Make sure you tweet Corey. Make sure you text him. Make sure you send him messages. If you're a big booty girl, make sure you send those booty pics. It's Corey's birthday.
Thick girl. All thick girls call Corey.
Yeah, and if you're a tiny booty girl, maybe you can convert them. Send them booty pics too. We don't discriminate here at the Woodward Morning Show. Have a great day. Enjoy your Thursday. We'll be back on tomorrow, 8 a.m. till 10 a.m. And don't forget, Baligian and Bell up next from 11 to 1. And then, of course, The Hook from 3 to 5. And our esports show happens every night at 10 p.m. It's Mikey TikTok and EpEcenter. It's great. Check it out.
Unbelievable. So you going to the club for your birthday, or?
Probably gonna go to